and just attempting to not fall over from the blow as he does begin to swoon. But his immense strength, it seems, as he shrugs it off, manages to stand back up to one knee. You look over at the fleeing troop. The man still focuses on you. He throws one of his hands back. A bolt of fire turns into a fan behind him, catching the fleeing Zalezo and your sister in a burnt aftermath. You now see several other figures charging around, but you're kind of not sure what they're doing. They could be innocents fleeing, they could be Zalezos coming to help. You know this man here is still alive and well, and he's going to try and strike you with his two-handed maul that he swings upwards, trying to clock you under your jaw.
Okay.
Where did my dice go? Oh. He rolls, and he has advantage.
Yep.
19?
Yeah, that hits.
He swings his maul up, clocking you above the jaw. It slices into your mouth slightly, which is an odd sensation while also being knocked backwards. It's not a super deep cut, as you manage to mostly fall back with the blow, but it is obviously severe enough to be a problem. I want you to roll a wisdom saving throw for me.
Okay. I think I fail with an 8.
You also take 10 damage.
Yeah, and I'm assuming it's not halved.
Not in this scenario. No. Actually, yes,
Okay.
it would be half.
So 5.
Yeah.
Alright.
The large hammer smacks at you, knocking you backwards, but you're disoriented, but you're still able to fight, bringing yourself back to bear. At this point, you know what the other figures are doing. It seems to be more Zalezo either charging into battle or charging out of battle. It's hard to tell. The blow has struck you too hard. Continue your combat.
Zal kind of like just gets up. He like pops his jaw back into place with his hand axe. He looks at it for a second. He looks at specifically a more blood-stained and like dirty and damaged axe with the words. Give me a second. With the words engraved on it, named Scourger Killer, and underneath for its handle, there's a bit of a rabbit's foot just dangling from the hilt of the blade, and he's just going to just recklessly attack again, trying to take down this foe.
Okay. Go ahead and attack.
Okay, I have advantage though, so thank God. These rolls. Okay, so lowest is a 14.
14 grazes.
Okay, so should I do damage or does it not matter? Because you didn't have me roll damage for the other time.
Go ahead and roll damage for the other time. I actually need to know the damage for this.
Okay, okay.
I forgot about that entirely.
Yeah, okay. Oh wait, hold on, I'm raging because
I thought you said
hand
something like
axes.
11 last time, but I must have just heard something that didn't happen.
I was like confused, like, okay, I didn't really roll damage, but okay.
Yeah, I forgot.
Okay.
I thought you said 11. I was going off the basis it was 11.
No. Okay, so the first hit did 18 damage.
Oh my god. With one hand axe.
No, those were two hand axes.
Oh, the
Because I
first
used my
round
entire turn.
did 18 damage.
Yeah, the first round. Yeah, the first round.
Understand.
I'll do the normal damage for the one that hit fully. 9 total damage to that.
Okay, then it doesn't matter. You're good.
Okay.
You did enough. Your first blows hurt the man heavily, but like I said, he shrugged off most of it. The second set of attacks, however, seemingly still cut through. At this point, he is trying to parry back and forth, but is either distracted by something, not fighting full force, or is already battered and injured as he is heavily sweating. He doesn't seem as skilled as he should be as a man of his power level, but there's other explanations for that. You quickly slice 2 times with your hand axes, one across the chest, the other nicking in the knee, forcing him down yet again. And at this point, both Kotaro and Orion, you have noticed something wrong with Sal. You charge down below deck, looking at the captain, and Zal went into a frenzy fighting both ally and enemy, it seems. For a moment, he was fighting only enemy. He fought both of the remaining figures that were nearby, but the captain had teleported away. The two remaining myriad soldiers were looking to surrender when he began fighting. They started quickly parrying and attempting to fight back and forth and defend themselves, but were quickly brought low by just a myriad of quick strikes. At this point, they're not dead, but at this point, the Zalesso captain stood forward and was beginning to scold Zal before Zal began attacking them as well. Are you guys going to fight on the Zalesso side, or are you going to fight on Zal's side? As you see him dig his axes heavily, bringing the captain to near immediately to unconsciousness after quickly digging in his axes he draws.
Okay. I guess we're gonna fight. Oh God, I don't know. You know what? Screw it. I'm helping. I'm helping Zal.
Okay. The captain before him goes unconscious, and he quickly wipes his the blade on his leg to clean the blood off. And the captain, after taking a solid hit and shrugging it off due to his Goliath heritage, he takes several more, goes unconscious, and now the Zalezo begin to turn on Zal. You begin to turn on the Zalezo as well.
How many Zalezo are there?
You came down here with about 25. Not all in the below decks, but you came on the ship with about 25. The people right now that can see you guys, there's probably another 4 Zalezo in the room.
I'm going.
Oh, okay. No, that's good. That's good.
I think.
Um,
I think Orion or Orion just kind of stops everyone. Like gets in the middle of everyone. Like, hey guys. I think we may have made a mistake.
There is no time for this. I hate to break it to you. This is a combat scenario. You begin to step in the middle of people, but everyone right now is in a standoff. Zal still in a frenzy, beginning to charge toward the other Zalezo. So, which side do you fight for is basically, you ain't got time to try and negotiate. The fighting isn't over. They're still going to try and fight right
questions.
now.
Just don't ask questions. Just help us out. Help me and Zal out.
He sides with Zal.
Okay, you both turn on the Zalezo as the Zalezo turned on Zal. Zal, after slicing 2 times heavily into the man, you see him fall unconscious, quickly grabbing. First off, actually, I'm gonna quickly grabbing up the maul he has. But I do want to know: are you going to use that maul, or are you going to use the 2-hand axes you still have out? As now you see several other figures, similar looking, but all different, slightly. Like, there's another one that looks nearly exactly the same, several other figures. They look like they're coming to help. The Zalezo nearby are already fighting them. You see several figures of Zalezo attempting to fight the far less skilled soldiers that are attempting to save the now unconscious figure beneath your feet.
Okay, so there's other threats. Do they? So are this okay? So what I see right now is Zalezo's either coming to help this person or are they fighting someone
You
else?
see Zalezo surrounding you and fighting off enemies that are coming to try and save the man you just knocked down. And they look to be of the same heritage. They all have the maze-like not heritage, but organization. They all have the tattoos and crystals in their hands.
Okay, I basically fight the other threats,
Okay.
not the Zalezos.
All right.
I just rush into, and Zal's just screaming at the top of his lungs in like a super like heavily angered rage. He's just rushing towards like the nearest person just to decapitate their head off.
This is a quick enough combat, and it's so close quarters that there's literally no way to get out of melee. You're all in melee with each other, so there's no need for a battle map. At this moment, there's 4 Zalezos in the room, 3 standing side by side with each of you, 1 in front of each other, each, and a 4th on the staircase. I want y'all to roll initiative, as this combat now has entered with new combatants, and it isn't just a surprise round, basically, on Zal's part.
Mm-hmm.
Zal's just screaming, "Kill the Scourger!"
Yeah. Someone has diarrhea right now.
I don't think I have. Okay, I don't. I don't have the initiative thing, but I have a 16.
I got 19.
After bonuses? Or...
Yeah, that's with bonus.
Okay. About you, Chase?
It's taking a while to load.
Loser. So it is... It's Kotaro. Then it goes to the Zalezo. Then it goes to Orion. Then it goes to Zao. Kotaro, you spin...
How did I get lower than Chase? Chase has an 8.
Yours? Oh, 16. I thought I
16.
heard wrong again. I thought you said 6.
Listen closely, nerd.
No. So, Kotaro, Zalezo, Zao, then Orion. Kotaro, you spin on the Zalezo you now consider enemies, as Zao begins to charge forward. What are you doing to try and bring these 4 enemy Zalezo now down?
I'm gonna cast Burning Hands on them.
Okay, you cast Burning Hands. You can catch all of them in that field.
If I can, if you think it's reasonable that I could, then yes, I'm going.
Yeah,
to try.
it's super enclosed area. You could easily catch all 4 of them in the area.
Okay.
Like they have no way to get out.
Okay. And I'll roll 3d6, and I need to make a dex save.
All right. This sucks. These guys are bad. The highest was a 7, so I don't think they succeed.
No.
Got
They
a
take
7,
14
7,
damage.
4, and 3. They take how much?
14 damage.
They all immediately ignite like candles. Like, you turn around, spinning on them, reaching out your hands with a fan of flames, and all 4 of them scream as they fall to the ground. Are you killing them, or just bringing them to the unconsciousness with severe burns?
I'm killing them.
Alright, they all ignite and scream out in agony as their literal bones, or skin, roast from their bones. You see any of them with their blades held outwards or spears held outwards, their hands become skeletalized almost as the flesh curls backwards. They all immediately die. Alright, it goes down to Zao. At this point, Zao, you watch what looks to be a heroic Zalezo spin over there, cutting down quickly the 4 threats before turning on you. You see, at this point, you hear more than see the knocking of what seems to be a door not too far away. Make another wisdom save at the end of your turn, Zal, as you have no one to attack.
Okay. Six. This wisdom ain't doing shit for me, huh?
I lowered the DC after the first time. It still ain't enough, though. Yeah, you are still in this state. And at this point, you guys hear the Zalezo trying to open the grate above and trying to get below deck again. As before, they were trying to get below deck, but only a few rushed down there with you. Now, like, they're attempting to reopen it, but it's not their turn yet. But you guys see them or hear them fumbling with the latch above. Orion, what are you
Okay.
doing? Everyone here is dead except the captain who teleported away.
Okay, I'm going
Oh, so
to.
is that one dude that Sean knocked down dead too? Did I vaporize him as well?
The guard captain?
Yeah.
Sean was the one that killed that guy. Sean
Oh, I thought he
chose.
knocked him unconscious.
No, he knocked the other two unconscious because he was just quickly going in a rampage, but that was who he believed to be the Scourger. So he just killed that one.
Okay.
You killed the other four. But what are you doing, Orion?
I don't know, bro.
I don't know why y'all decided to side with Zal, but okay.
I'm going to cast fog cloud and try to get everyone to sneak our way out of here before they realize we just did something terrible.
So you cast Fog Cloud, filling the area with smoke. Are you going to try and run out of the fog cloud, like up, or just
I'm
hiding?
going to look at the both of them and really quickly say, "We can get out of this stealthily. Just trust me." And I'm gonna like grab both of them by the shoulders and kind of like push them towards where we need to go.
Zal, in this scenario, what you hear, instead of "we need to get out of here stealthily," you hear "we need to retreat. There's more coming," more or less, as Lezo begin to escort you and your sister away, who is burned mightily, but not terribly so. The Zalezo, after ushering you out, only one of them stay with you as you guys start to move out of the area. So, where do you go in this below deck scenario? You're below deck. So, where are you guys going? You can't just move. There's not much place to move.
I might have a spell for this. Who knows? Uh, nope, doesn't look like it. Okay, I might have a way out of this. Uh. Oh god, my charisma scores.
The Zalezo bust open the top door. They don't have any lock on it, so it's fairly easy for them to do so. And they see the cloud filling the area and begin to call down to be and call back up to be cautious. Call down to you guys to ask if you're alive.
Okay. What I am going to do is, I guess, cry. I don't know. Okay, no, I'm gonna start screaming out like I am burnt bad, and like, I'm just gonna scream out like I'm hurt.
Okay, several Zalezo rush downstairs, forming a quick, line and looking through the small fog. They literally cannot see. So at this point, they're like prodding with their spears, banging against the walls, calling out to one another to try and stay in a small formation. They feel bodies beneath their feet, but can't see what the bodies are without looking, and they don't want to bother to stop right now. They're worried about an injured soldier. And they just slowly make their way towards you.
Yep. Plus, if anything in this room was flammable, it's now on fire because of that burning hands.
Yeah, there is licking fire against the wood. Yeah. It's not very big right now, but
but I'm just gonna keep like yelling for them, like, help me, the ship's burning.
By the way, Damien, I didn't think you were going to show up for the session, but Damien, you right now, your character, I can't remember their name at the moment, Faye or something like that?
Fayleth.
Faylene.
One of those three.
Just say Faye.
Yeah, Faye. You are above deck. They charge below deck, you're above deck. Because you weren't here when the session started, and I didn't know you were going to be.
Do I know what they're doing?
You do not. You are following Zalezo down below deck as you see a fog cloud has filled the area, and you hear
do I hear
screaming
Ethan
and
just
what
start
sounds
screaming?
like agony. Yeah.
I'm gonna start trying to save them.
Exactly. You're following this Lezo down there.
Can I just like try to get in front of them, try to like see what's going on, yell for them back and see if they're okay?
So you're pushing past the Zalezo and are the first.
Oh shoot! I'm going with the Zalezo. Oh, never mind.
You kind of have to.
I don't think I will push to.
Oh, so you're just gonna follow behind.
I'll try to speed up our our movement to get there.
Yeah, you start ushering them along then.
You guys gotta go.
These people right now, they don't know anything's amiss at the moment, so they slowly make their way toward the, at this point, front of the ship, where the ship, would be moving to. And you guys are like huddled in the corner. What are you all doing as they're like within 10 foot of you now and are beginning to prod their spears really close to your face as you can feel them moving back and forth as they're trying to walk towards you?
Assuming there's a fog cloud happening.
You can't
There's
see
also
anything.
smoke.
You see this Alezo and your sister being ushered away and immediately get like surrounded by an odd fog. And you immediately assume they're coming for you again. Like, the Scourgers aren't there. They said there was more coming. There's more coming.
Do I not sense the smell of smoke and I'm not coughing right now?
There is no smoke. It seems to be magical. You can get that much.
Okay.
But, okay, since it has probably been at this point a round or two, make another wisdom save for me.
Okay.
Wait, wisdom save. What are they doing?
This is for Zhao, to see if he eventually snaps out of his
Oh my
hallucination.
god, it keeps getting natural one. It
Okay,
keeps
so
getting
what
lower.
happened? Why is he having hallucinations?
He is having a traumatic flashback.
Oh.
And he had it because he saw the captain has maze tattoos and was using a large green crystal, which is similar to when he experienced a Scourger. And now he had a memory that he was reliving, but also it is now different as it's his body trying to fight it off like he was fighting a Scourger, but the Scourger's defeated. So then he had to his mind created new threats in the Celezo. And they helped Zal. So now he imagines like Orion as the Zlezo and Kotaro as his sister, and just knows that Scourges are coming after him.
Okay, so far I've made 3 wisdom saving throws and they've all went down by 2.
There's not much lower you
Sean,
can
I'll
get.
roll the next one.
The DC is literally 6 now because you failed so many times. It was 10. It was 12. Then it became 10. Then it became now it's 6.
Can you add my wisdom modifier to it? Can we add my wisdom save to it? That's
No.
+2.
But okay.
I have a +3 too. That's the issue.
So what are you all doing? Yeah, I need to know. What
No, a
you're doing.
+2.
As they're like 5 foot from you now.
Okay, I want to whisper to them, and I just want to tell them, act like you're hurt. Act like you're hurt.
Okay, your sister's just like play dead more or less in your ears, Zal, as the other Zalezo similarly does it to try and hide from the Scourgers charging over, and you hear their footsteps falling over you now as the Zalezo are walking over, like really close over you in the fog, searching for you.
I think Orion, he hears this and he uses like one of his fingers to grow out like his like werewolf claw just a little bit to cut his arm so it looks like he's bleeding. He's gonna hold it. Ow, 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 ow. Just like he's hurt, like whimpering like a little baby, essentially.
At this point, the Zalezo bend down, one reaching out with his hand to carefully feel at you guys, and he feels Orion first, feeling his chest, and reaching down, smacking Kotaro in the arm. At this point, you hear and like the Scourgers over you, and they begin to like you feel one touch the back of your head as you're laying on the ground. What would Zal do in this scenario? Continue playing dead as the Scourgers search through the fog for him, or try and fight them and hopefully win in the fog?
Zal's just gonna look at his sister just playing dead. He's gonna be like, he's like thinking. Looks back at these Lezos and then looks back at the now unconscious or trying to be unconscious sister. So what are these Scourgers doing? Like,
At
are
the
they
moment,
just searching?
they seem to be looking for someone to kill. They're looking for something to fight. As you guys were surrounded by this fog, but no one saw you exit the fog, and they're now in the fog looking for you to see. And there's bodies around. There's bodies of the people they killed, or at least the original Scourger killed with his explosive blast. But there's, really not. You don't know if you're gonna be able to defend or hide that well.
Okay. Zal's just gonna just immediately drop his axes and just fall face first into the ground.
Okay, so you're also playing dead. I want you all to make a group deception check at this point, as you're each pretending to be injured, but none of you really are.
I'm injured.
Yeah, but you
Well,
still,
I'm
it's a
injured as well.
self-inflicted injury. You're injured, but it's also not as deadly of an injury as you're acting like. It's still a deception check.
We're in the smoke right now. I mean,
You are right now even actively feeling out to try and find these people. One
Can
of the
I
other
try and make a
Lezos had
check to
called out,
find
they
them?
did that. Do what?
Can I make a check to try and find them as well?
Yeah, you're in that group. You know where they are, as they have been called out to you. They're in the corner, and you hear one of the Zalezos like call out, "They're here! Get a cleric down here!" Is what he basically shouts out to the rest of the troop.
I can heal, but I'm not a cleric.
He looks over. That's good enough. They seem to be injured.
I have
Rush over here
potions
and
and
see
2
which
spell
one's
slots
most
worth of
injured.
healing.
What are you doing?
So I said I have a couple health potions and 2 spell slots of healing, and then I'm gonna run up and what do you say to do?
You're gonna. I mean, you can do whatever. I mean, you can heal any of them you want. You don't know who is who though. What
I
are
rolled
y'all-
a 3
what are
on the
y'all's deception
deception
checks. 3.
Yeah, I rolled 3.
Highest is 14.
All
That's
right.
me.
I want you to make a insight check for me.
Me?
Faye. Yeah.
Insight, it's a +2. I could easily fail this.
So it was a 3, a 14, and a what?
8.
8.
Oh, buddy.
That means your average is like 8.
Yeah, it's like 8 or 7.
Well, good thing that Zalezo got a natural 1.
Okay, see what I get.
It's so bad. These
Lol.
Zalezos suck. I hate. What was it?
Mine
Natural
is
21.
a
21.
natural
21.
19 to a 21.
Okay.
Yeah.
You now understand that Kotaro, Zal, and Orion are all faking injuries. For you don't understand why, but they're all faking their injuries in this fog. You can just tell by the tone of their voices. They're not fearful.
Oh, I'm so hurt.
Wait, hon. Don't I make a wisdom save? Because technically I did. The round did
Yeah,
end
that
on
is
my
your
turn.
round. Make another wisdom save. True.
Yeah. It's gonna fail.
It's a 6. How
Am
can
I-
it fail?
A 6! A 6! I actually
You
made 6
passed.
exactly.
At this point, you feel the scourgers touching your like face and stuff, and like trying to find out and feel out exactly which one you are, and you recognize that as this face touches you, you no longer feel the black leather gloves, but instead the gentle hands of a man trying to help, as he is trying to feel for the most major injury by rubbing up and down your arm and such, trying to just figure out which part of you is the worst hurt. And you recognize as he releases his hand, and at this point in the fog, you can start to adjust your eyes enough to see slightly through it, and he's wearing the Zalezo equipment. It wasn't a Scourger looking for you, it was a Zalezo. And you immediately recognize that something you did was probably terribly wrong. As, why are you in this situation? All you did was stare at a person as you charged down below deck, and you blacked out. And you were fighting when you were blacked out. So you're worried.
Zal's eyes just like open, like just completely open, and just like look at who's touching him, seeing this is Lezo, and then immediately he gets back up, kind of like grunting as he just now feels the pain that went through his chin. It's like,
And you feel it's a cut that went through your chin. When it sliced through your chin, it didn't quite clock it as much as you felt it. It was actually a sword slice that went nearly through your chin.
I'm okay. Is everyone okay? As he kind of like looks around, does he see Kotaro and Orion?
You look around and you can see them through the fog. Are you going to try and heal any of them, Faye, or no?
Yeah, I forgot which one's Chase's character.
Alright.
Which I wouldn't actually know. I'll just go up to the nearest one, actually.
Go to the nearest person. You can like
And then
feel
I'm-
for them and figure out which one's Orion because of his armor.
Yeah, I'll go up to him and I'll be like I'll start casting something, notices the light, and I'll whisper in your ears like, "What are you guys doing?"
I pull him close, and he's like, "I don't know, but go along with it."
Okay, I want to start pumping his chest and cast Healing Word.
Okay.
I'm like, no, come back! No!
Yeah, I'm gonna pretend like I wasn't breathing, and I'm just gonna go and rise up out of nowhere. I'm like, "Ugh." I'm just gonna like lean against the wall and just start breathing really heavy. I'm like they they, they were so strong.
As you say, they were so strong. The Zalezo that's closest to you shouts out, "Where'd they go? Do you know? Can't really see through this fog. Are they hiding here too?"
I don't know. The last thing I saw was fire, and then and then and he kind of like trails off, and he goes, "This is," and then I just got healing worded, and that's about it.
Make a deception check again.
Can I help him?
Uh,
Because I did do all that.
I mean, he did literally cast a
I
spell.
did pump his
True.
chest, scream out, and cast
Sure.
healing word.
I'll give you advantage then.
Zal's gonna just get up and just start walking towards where he thinks he killed this Scourger in his head.
20.
Ooh, 20. Dirty 20.
20. Okay. You are fairly good at lying. They don't seem to know at the moment. So he looks around. Well, fire, is that them, I'm assuming? Their corpses out there? Or was it our guys? And they call out to, like, a few names. John!
Danny!
Danny! They're either unconscious or that's them. Fuck. And they begin their search, trying to drag the bodies that they find, revealing that it is in fact their captain, as well as several of their own that are dead, as well as 2 unconscious and fairly sliced up, but none of the strikes followed through, injured myriad operatives, which they kind of are a little bit abusive to, but, you know, they don't do too bad, and they just start tying them up a little bit to make sure they don't escape.
Does Zal find the body of the Goliath?
The body of the Goliath is still there, yes, and it is, in fact, cut up several ways with your same hand axes. You don't necessarily know that you did it, you just know that you were fighting and that you blacked out. And there's hand axe wounds with heavy cuts landing into the man.
We are level 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and lower myself up because I haven't done that.
Funny. Zal's like he's gonna look at the hand axes marks. He looks back at his as he realizes he's not holding his maul like he normally would. He looks at the hand axes. He kind of just stares at them, especially the one with the engraved words on it. He kind of puts it back. He kind of puts it in his hilt, or his sheath of them, on his sides. He kind of bends down and gently tries taps the neck of the Goliath to see if he's awake or fully dead.
You smack the neck of the neck of the Goliath with the heavy cut not too far away. You squeeze out a little bit more blood, but it doesn't seem to really be coagulating, and it doesn't seem to really be waking him up. He seems to not have the bodily processes to do that.
Well, I was looking for a pulse, not just tap it.
Well, you smack it and then look for a pulse. He isn't waking up, and there doesn't feel to be a pulse at the moment.
Zal's just gonna shake his head slightly and look at the myriad operatives who are now
They're
being tied up and unconscious.
Yeah, they're
Yeah. I'm assuming by now the fog at this point might have cleared.
The fog is dissipated. They see burn marks, and the fires are quickly put out by some of the surroundings of Lezo going over there and smacking them or throwing a little bit of water from the ocean on it.
Zal looks at the dead bodies. He remembers the flame, or not flame. He remembers the cutting down of a bunch of scourgers in his head. Kind of thinks for a second. He shakes his head once again, looking at Kotaro and Orion, and then also Phalif. He walks over to them, puts his like. Is Kotaro still like trying to fake dead? Is he awake?
I'm awake. I'm just pretending like I'm burnt up and hurt.
Oh. Zao kind of like just goes over to Kotaro, crouches down, and like goes over to his ear. What happened?
Uh, you lost control. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but you just started killing them, and well, I wasn't turning my blade on you, so I helped.
Zao kind of just like rubs his face, looks back at everything. He kind of just like glances at the chaos that's happened, looking back at Kotaro. He kind of like shakes a little bit, and then looks back at Kotaro. Can you stand?
I get up because I'm a Chad.
He just gets up like normally.
All right.
Yeah.
Just casually stands up.
All right.
Yeah, starts walking like an NPC.
Let's get out of this ship. I can see it's burning slowly.
No, we're on water, dude. We're fine.
Yeah.
Zao's just gonna go over to the Goliath's body and just like pick him up, because considering he's probably like the strongest one there, probably except for Orion, but he's gonna pick him up out of respect, put him over his shoulder, and just like start walking upstairs.
I'm gonna teabag him. I'm joking.
You guys walk your way up to the upper deck. Several more Zulezo gasping at the sight of their dead commander, as well as, or captain, as well as several other Zulezo brought out. They don't know what to make of the scenario, and there's no one to give them orders. So they're just as likely to just leave it at that and just take someone's word for it as they are to call in more people to try and figure out what happened.
Zao kind of just like looks at all of them. There's not much that can be done for now. You are free to go, as the myriads have been captured. But one did get away, and he was quite powerful.
Some of them shake their head. They gather their dead, pick them up over their shoulder, and carrying them with respect, getting like little gurneys on the ship a little bit to carry them away. The myriad, they just kind of drag through the streets almost as they begin their trek into the city. You guys eventually step off the boat, I assume.
So that's what happened to that guy after we left him.
What do you mean?
Because, okay, come on, this is obviously the same Goliath we met before.
Sean, this is before you guys are done fighting them.
No.
It physically couldn't be.
No. Alright, it doesn't matter.
But you guys eventually step off the boat as it does slowly begin to catch flame. Some more firefighter actually people come over and begin to save the ship, stopping it from fully being ruined. Just slight repairs needed. And you are free in the city of Port Zune to do as you wish, at least for the next day, as you have only a day's leeway before you have to be back on the road towards...
Okay, Orion literally is, as soon as the Zulezo Ray pulls out to the side, and he's, what the hell was that?
Well, when you pulled Zao to the side?
Yeah.
Zao kind of like he just nonchalantly takes it and just looks at it, just staring at Orion. His eyes seem tired. He looks like as if he was somewhere in his 80s, just sitting there doing a dead stare directly at Orion. He kind of just like shrugs slightly. He's like, I lost control. Just leave it at that. I need a drink.
Brian just kind of like continues to press. He goes, you killed people that were helping us. Why?
Zal kind of just clenches his fist for a second, but then slowly calms down. He looks back at Orion. I'll tell you someday, but right now I just drink.
Ryan kind of like he he backs off and just starts muttering.
Zal then just looks back at the carnage that was happened at the boat. He looks at the dead bodies are being basically, I'm assuming, pulled by cart with a bag over them or something.
Yeah, they like use gurneys to get it off. They'll load it up onto a cart. They commandeer, cover it.
Okay.
They take off the cloaks of this Lezo outfit and drape it over each individual soldier as they begin to cart down the street. And several people nearby, the city is full of music as well as full of industry. And several of the people, when they see the cart, begin to play more somber tunes as the cart passes.
Zal just takes one final look at the carnage, looking mainly at the cart of dead bodies now. He looks back at his group and an angry Orion, a confused, possibly confused Phalif, and I don't know what Kotaro's feeling.
A Kotaro.
Totoro.
Either way.
Oh wait.
What are you guys doing?
Hello?
Oh, there he is.
His headset's being funky, I think.
His headset's being a little silly right now.
It's being funky.
Stop being funky.
We heard him we heard him that one time. We heard him say hello.
Hello?
Hi.
Yeah.
Dude, my mic just stopped working.
Epic.
Yeah, we heard you just say hello twice. And
Oh.
now we hear you now.
Okay, good. Yeah, literally, I was trying to talk that entire time. I was like, well, okay, ignore me then.
Yeah, we didn't hear you. Sorry.
Yeah, I was just gonna
What were
move
you
on if
saying?
you weren't there.
What were you saying?
I was trying to ask if I was over there while Zal and Orion were talking.
You're
Yeah, I think we're right
nearby,
next to
but he
him,
like,
right?
I think Orion drew Zal to the side slightly.
Okay.
You guys seem like you need a drink. Should we go to a tavern?
I suppose. And I could use a drink and probably a maiden right about now.
No
Zal
maiden?
just looks at Phalif.
No
Just
maidens?
he just nods gently to the request of a drink.
It'll be on me. Let's go.
All right.
I guess.
Well, we would head to the nearby tavern, but as we get there,
Yeah, you head to the
As we
nearest
get there, we
tavern.
remember Totoro burned it down.
Yeah, as you approach the nearby tavern,
Uh-oh.
you guys see a building in flames. Currently, it hasn't been that long, only an hour, and it's a solid structure, pretty big, but it was a slow burn at the start as well. So it took a while for it to catch, but you do see a burning structure, as well as several firefighter figures running around with buckets, tossing it at the fire. More not at the fire itself, but at the surrounding buildings to wet them so that they don't catch flame. Because this building is definitely lost. Like, it's on fire, on fire.
Oh no!
Is that
What happened?
Make a deception check.
I have a minus one in deception, bro.
Can I try to make it to see if he's lying?
Exactly. That's
You
why
know
I'm
he's
making a
lying.
deception.
I think we all know he's lying.
Here, let's see if I just get a really, really good one. Come on, that 20.
Nope.
oh no!
Chase,
Wait,
roll. Chase, roll.
I'm making an insight check, and I have 4.
Oh yeah.
I know
you
he's lying, 'cause
literally
I know what
can't
happened.
fail that.
I think
Unless
I-
he gets
yeah.
a natural
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Unless I get a nat 1. Nope.
No, yeah, 15. He knows.
What do I know?
You know
He
he
did it.
is not surprised to find this tavern burnt down. Nor is he using... He's not, like, shocked and just going, oh, and like honestly going, oh, what happened? It's more like, I know what happened.
What happened?
He kind of remembers that he just incinerated a bunch of innocent dudes. So he looks away. He goes, Kotaro, do you have any idea?
You don't even blame on me. You don't have any evidence. What are you talking about? This is
I was
preposterous.
I was asking you, but that pretty much signifies it. Why?
The tavern deserved it. That's what I say.
Well,
Proven.
I mean, I could understand.
Innocent until proven guilty.
Calm down. I could understand. It was just a bit of arson on accident, trying to capture the man. I presume. Thank God, no one got hurt.
Yep, no one.
Yeah,
Nobody
got hurt.
It would have
No
been,
one got hurt. No
it
one
would
got
have been
hurt.
a tragedy if someone wanted to burn to death.
Especially a young teenager.
Okay, this is
It
getting
would-
highly
it-
suspicious.
It would break my heart. If it turned out that fire hurt anybody, I would donate all my savings into uh, making amends with the
you hear a
families.
heavy sob nearby from an old lady.
No.
My son, my son.
I just do the Fortnite L dance towards her.
No, he kills the old grandma. He's like, oh no, what was she going to say?
Sal's
Yeah, this
probably
is the
hearing
tavern.
crying
This is the
woman.
tavern like barkeep. She's sitting outside right now weeping.
Oh.
That's
No,
not my
let's just
problem.
leave.
Let's just go to another tavern. Let's just go. Come on.
Yes, I rebuke my statement about the giving of my money. By the way,
Uh huh.
Sal's just like at this point, like Zal's just walking away, like, just stumbling slightly as he's just hearing all this happening, just rubbing his face, looking up at the sky as he's heading next to the fucking next tavern.
Yeah, you head down the line, passing up the shop you already know as your little guild master area, ignoring it because you know that it won't serve the rest of you folk. You head back to your original tavern with the barkeep still sitting downstairs playing a solo game of chess. Your room is still rented for one more day. You have tonight, you can sleep in it. And that's all you would need if you wanted to leave for the road tomorrow. But you also would not have any, dilly-dallying time if you left for the road tomorrow.
Dilly-dallying.
Zal
There's
just
no
like
dilly dally.
Zal just immediately goes to the bar and just like sits down.
yeah. So Cutter is gonna follow him and sit right next to him, and he's gonna like pat his back, and he's gonna say, "Don't stress yourself out so much, Miss Pratt. I forgot what his name.
Zal?
Zal,
Um,
are you talking about my last name?
no, I was gonna make fun of you for killing the captain, but I forgot what I was gonna say.
Oh,
Oh no, I said I was gonna say. Now, don't feel bad, Colonel Captain Killer. The first round's on me.
Zal's just gonna like look at Kotaro, just stare dead at his eyes. He's like, just shakes his head. Just like looks back down at the at the table, just waiting for a drink to appear in his hands.
Okay.
Trent,
You
how
eventually get
empty-
served.
how empty is this tavern?
Fairly. Like, you guys have seen
Or the only people?
literally 2 other people in the entire week that you've been here. This is
Okay.
a highly suspicious tavern in many ways. Like, it could be a laundering front, but
Well,
you know that it's highly suspect. But it is, a tavern that was pretty cheap. But you've only seen like 2 other customers the entire week actually rent a room. But those customers did stay for several days.
okay, I'm gonna go into like the corner of a tavern, like at the tavern by myself, and just sit down at the table, and just start like bang. I'm gonna take off my armor, and I'm gonna pull out my sword, and I'm going to take off my jacket, and just every few seconds, just hear like grunting, and like hammering down on them. on those 2 items.
Okay.
With all my tools just like messing with them like inside the sword somehow.
You
Just it's
begin
weird.
tinkering on your objects,
Um,
your armor and such.
Orion just kind of goes up to the side of Kotaro that Zal's not on, and sits next to him. And as he sits down, you can see his armor kind of dissipate. As weird as that is, it just kind of turns into a fog, a thundercloud, and just kind of rolls off of him. And he sits down for a drink.
All right. Barkeep
So,
serves you as well.
and barkeep, how much is this round?
So far, y'all have racked up about three copper pieces.
That simply won't do. What is the best quality you have in stock?
Seriously doubt you can afford that. The best quality I have in stock is a 50 gold piece bottle of 20-year-old whiskey.
I need that.
Uh, it's not that I don't have the gold on me. It's just, I'm trying to live a little bit more frugally. So maybe the second, third best.
Third best is probably more your favor, yeah? And he takes out a slightly smaller bottle of wine. This one right here is 5 years old. Doesn't have much age on it, but it is a fine brew, all the way imported from Comorda. The Lionette brew, to be specific. That only will be about 5 gold pieces, as he puts the other whiskey back.
Sounds good to me.
Fair enough.
And Kotaro slams 5 gold onto the table.
Takes the gold and pushes forward the bottle of wine.
I'm going to step up, put 50 gold down, and ask for the most expensive one again.
He draws it back out and begins to inspect the coins. Is there anything suspicious about these coins?
No, it's 50 gold.
Okay. He takes 50 gold after inspecting for a minute or two and pushes forward the whiskey and then just shakes his head.
I need this right now.
Could I have a drink of that, please?
Sure thing. I'll give him a little bit of it.
Small
Alright, Zal will
serving
just-
whiskey.
Zal will literally just chug it. Like he'll grab like the little shot he has and just swigs it down, placing it back down.
And I'll go sit back down and start screaming at my armor and sword constantly again, while continuously drinking this alcohol.
Alright. Are you guys heading out today, or are you going to stay for the night and head out tomorrow? If you head out any later than tomorrow, you're going to be late to reappear for the party.
Out today, there's not much I really want to do here.
Yeah.
So after eating and taking your meals and communicating some worries to each other slightly, you begin heading your way onto the road back up to the Wayun gates at the request of some team.
Hey Trent.
Yep.
Could I have what I was trying to do? Could I have with that little thing I was trying to do infuse 2 of my items?
What did you just say?
From what I was doing at the tavern, I was trying to infuse my items. Would I have had enough time to do that?
I think it takes a long rest to do that.
Does it?
I mean, we're traveling up back to the YM gate, so we're most likely
It's going to happen
soon.
either way, but yeah.
Okay, sure.
You guys begin your journey, and overnight you begin smithing yet again. Nothing odd happens until the second day, where you guys can almost, where this road is. It's less than 2 hours journey away from the gate itself. And the road is muddy. It started raining as you guys left the city, unluckily enough. But the heavy mud road is what you have to trudge through now, and you see carts fairly often as the carts ramble past you, with your horses pacing them for a good portion of time. There are many people heading this direction. You know why? The party's not too long away, like the royal party. But a lot of these folk either are traders coming through, or are the folk that are going to be at the political party. They are taking their journey fairly slowly, though, so you pass a few of them. The odd thing that happens, however, is the fact that about an hour or two away from the Wayun gates, you guys see a large patch of burnt forest, like out of nowhere. It's normal road, and you see patches of trees every once in a while, and this is one of the larger patches of trees. And you just see a deeply scarred portion of forest that is still actively burning. And that's it's just strange. Kind of reminds you of something like the tavern not too long ago, but other than that, you're not sure exactly why this group of trees is just inexplicably burning, especially during a season which is heavily raining, as it rained up until about 10 minutes ago. Do you just keep walking?
I am
Well-
something real quick.
Sal's gonna like think of
Everybody else knows
think-
it. Everybody else notices that, right?
Definitely. And then Zhao's just like gonna start walking towards the flames, keeping an eye out, pulling out his maul this time. As like last night, he kind of like he did like wake up feeling like his old self again, but still being paranoid, and especially being paranoid whenever you pass the Wayun Valley or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
He goes over to the flames with his hammer out and immediately starts looking around. I want to make a perception
As
check.
you've been to, make a percent. Two of you can make it one, or one with advantage. But as you begin to approach, the fire itself is still burning, but you like cover your eyes and your mouth slightly to make sure you don't breathe in as much fire fumes as you can, knowing that it can cause damage to you.
Wait. Who has this? Who has the high perception?
I
I
don't.
think Sal does.
You would be the best high perception, I think, Ryan.
Give me a minute. I have a +4.
Never mind.
I have a +3, but I have a passive 15 wisdom.
I have
Oh,
a
I have the
+0.
highest. I guess I'll roll.
Actually, I have a +5 perception because I picked
Y'all,
it.
stop debating your passive perception and stuff.
I'll just
Shut
roll
up.
it.
Yeah,
Oh,
never
never
mind.
mind.
Dem hasn't rolled yet, so go ahead.
Also, Trent, what I did is I got myself a +1 AC and a +1 sword.
Okay.
13.
I got a
13.
17.
You don't see any movement other than the fiery flames dancing around you. The burning orange glow is ominous as you approach, but keeping a solid eye out, your group doesn't know any actual survivors. The only thing you notice is that in the center of this clearing, with a rock with only a few trees around it, there's a clearing in the middle of the forest, but there's like a rock with maybe one or two trees around it. And that was likely the source of the flame, as you see those trees already burnt out and collapsed. You see a rock with a burnt to a crisp corpse laying next to it. And that's it. Everything
I'll
else...
make an Arcana check.
Yeah, make an Arcana check for me.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I
man.
don't... Yeah, I'm just describing stuff to see what you guys are going to do. That's the whole point.
Is the act burnt to a crisp?
Yeah, you see a corpse that is burnt to a crisp, and trees around it are blackened and ash, and there are still trees after that even, still being burnt at the moment.
So I can't loot them?
You can get charred flesh if you want.
That's all I'll get. Man.
Yes.
Nah.
Alright, I got a 15.
15. This is a high-level spell. You know that. This isn't...
Fireball.
Oh,
This
no.
isn't just fireball.
Fireball.
No, this isn't even just fireball. You
So wait,
understand
fireball?
that the fire would not burn this brightly and also affect the surrounding area Because a fireball is a very instantaneous flash. This was a set in place, powerful enchantment that this guy triggered.
It's Meteor Swarm. Alright, guys, we're going to sign off the wizard.
No, you can. Glyph of Warding is what you get. As a
Nah.
fiery burst of flame burnt him and the trees around him, and he was unlucky enough to set it off.
So I can tell that it was a glyph of warding.
Yes, most other magics wouldn't burn long enough to actually catch something heavily. Like Burning Hands and like Fireball, they burn and then immediately go out. It's like a flash of fire. Glyph of Warning is sat there and is powerful enough to burn long enough to actually catch something on fire and stay with it on fire.
All right.
But you don't see anyone who casts the spell, so
From what I can tell from what little evidence we have, this was a powerful spell by the name of Glyph of Warding. It's the only kind of spell that could have made a fire like this. I am uncertain as to who cast it, and it seems that this fellow was unlucky enough to set it off, but that's as far as my intuition goes.
Certainly, I don't think the William Gates would have set traps like this, so this must have been something else. This poor bastard either angered the wrong people or did something. Not much we can do from now, because, I mean, look at him.
one thing you do notice that is, I mean, maybe worrying, but not really, and might have some information to it, the guy's knee looks to be broken. Like, this dude badly has his leg broken while he's sitting in this area burnt.
Is that the only wound he has?
Yeah, other than the charred flames. Like, most of his
Oh,
body
yeah.
is burnt, and or his clothing is seared to his body in places where his skin isn't burnt. But other than that, he has a broken leg. Like, his knee is shattered.
All right. Well, the broken knee makes me think that he was attacked. Perhaps. So is he sitting on top of the rock?
It was like he leaned against the rock and then stood up and set off the trap. Like when he tried to, more than likely fell against the rock because his leg was broken. And then when he tried to hobble back up, he set off the trap.
Trent,
Okay.
Yep.
are you serious right now?
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Was this Rius?
I don't know what you're talking about, guys.
We're fighting
I know what you're talking
Rius
about.
as these characters.
I
Okay.
mean, I think you're a bit stupid.
Do you know?
was
Do
uncalled
you
for.
remember when this situation was, Sean?
Yes.
Yeah, William tried helping him up and he died.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You actually. I was about to say, it's like, okay. All right.
No, I know, Sean.
Well, I was just
know-
gonna leave it to the. I was just gonna leave it to the imagination, but
No, I know what happened.
yeah.
The
but
moment he
either
said
way.
a guy
But-
fell on a rock and died.
There's really no information here for any of you to actually know what's happening unless you're a player character in a separate game.
Alright. So Zal's just gonna look at him, look at the dead charred corpse. Well, whether he upset the wrong people or did something wrong.
I think our friend over here is having a seizure.
Alright, are you okay?
Oh, he's drowning.
How are you drowning? Water. Just rain.
That's him having a premonition of a warlock and a ranger just killing a bunch of people on a field.
Not a bunch of people, it's one person.
Hey, one, a bunch. What's the difference?
What's the difference?
No.
Okay,
The amount.
Zal's just gonna put up his hammer as he doesn't see any active threats. He looks back at everyone. Let's just get back to the William Gates, and
It could have been a suicide.
I don't think so.
Putting it out there. Could have been a suicide.
What kind of sicko would do this?
Zhao's just walking away at this point, just leaving the
Does the
charred
glitch still
corpse.
work? I'm gonna.
But I guess are you guys just leaving now? Heading
Yep.
out?
Oh.
All
You
right.
guys don't want to test out the. Wait. Okay, never mind. Let's go.
You guys continue your travels toward the Wayun gates, quickly reaching it and seeing the festivities on and partially full, as you hear cheering of spectators and the roar of creatures as combat is connected in between the two gates, or not in between the two gates, but on the menagerie side of the gate. You see that there is a arena, and it's massive. Even from this distance, you can see an arena with a large metal net, seemingly self-supporting, that obviously has enchantments placed on it, as you right now even see what looks to be a wolf flying in the air and green sparks flying off the net above. You see the spectators crowd. You see like makeshift little stands that people are sitting on, and you have your like little military camp that is kind of moved to the side to accommodate for this area, and you see the soldiers bustling about as they normally do. uh, you're welcomed back in fairly easily, as no one knows you've done anything wrong, and the soldiers are excited to have you back, those that have any sort of knowledge of who you are. Some team quickly finds you, unless you guys are going to do something before some team finds you.
Wait, something's gonna find us?
Some team, the
My
commander,
husband.
yeah, your commander, is coming to look for you as he
Oh.
hears of your approach back at the military base.
Bruh, first of all, who named him something?
Me.
Why?
I thought I needed to name him something.
Something
And then he
Wong.
was-
It's like a toddler trying to like warn someone that the 100-pound mahogany dresser is about to crush their skull. Something Wong. Something Wong.
Oh God. I mean, there's not really much I want to. There's not really much I want to do here.
Yeah, me neither.
All right.
I'm playing a bit life on my my watch.
Yeah, your Apple
I'm
Watch
playing-
that you
I'm
carry
playing
around
Rocket
with
League
you.
right
What?
Something
again?
finds you quickly enough, though. And he walks up with a small entourage of other shore wardens, as he points out a few other directions to them as they separate off from him. He waves you guys over and begins to walk towards you. Welcome back.
You too.
Haven't gone anywhere, but thank you. You
I
all
missed
know what your
you.
business will be tomorrow, right? You are going to be the guards for the nobles. You know this.
Nobility.
Yeah, tomorrow there's a political party. I told you about a party before you left. I told you about a party. It's a political conference between Empire, Menagerie, and rubbing of elbows of the elite, more or less. You are going to be some of the guards stationed about, make sure no mischief goes on, routine stuff.
That sounds, sir. Respectfully, that sounds like a disaster.
Yeah, it will be extremely boring. Yeah, that's true.
Well, I mean, I can do it. I guess. I mean, I'll probably
Well, I need you
be
all.
working.
You all are the most trusted people here.
Oh,
That's why I told you all to be back, because I just sent like all the people I would trust to do this job, or most of them, away, and you're by far the strongest that I would trust to do the job. So I'm hoping you guys like be the actual good sentries and don't die if something goes wrong. Hoping you would be victorious, where I know some people would die.
I think we're up for it.
I suppose so. And I guess here's the mission objective. As he pulls out the magic smithing tools.
You can keep them if you want. We have no purpose for them here. You are our
Wait.
head smith in the area. But I do
Wait,
have a
okay.
bonus for you, as you did come back successful, and most people don't do field missions, so this is a small salary bonus for completing the job. He reaches his back pocket and pulls out a pouch, reaching in and pulling out chunks of platinum. And he hands you each about 500, not 500, 50 platinum.
What?
What?
That's
Oh,
some
buddy.
money.
It's 500
That's
gold pieces
good
worth.
money right there.
All right, so Kotaro is going to quit and get a country house in California.
He looks at he's like Kotaro's like, okay, I'm done. I quit the menagerie.
So that bonus is for the mission you just went on, as well as tomorrow. That's your extra pay for being at the gathering tomorrow as our head guards.
Oh, thank you. This is really a lot. I'll
It's
go
nifty.
put my old. I'll go put my smithing tools up.
Did you
Or my
say
old
only
ones, at least.
50?
Yeah.
He looks at you and just goes, "So they don't even print platinum anymore. The coins themselves are rare. That's a lot of money too. That's the average soldier's more than yearly pay."
Cotaro's gonna be like, whatever. And as he's walking away, he's gonna be like, oh, I hope that child's life was worth 50 platinum, dork.
Oh my god.
Uh,
Oh my god.
Something he doesn't really he seems like he doesn't hear you. He doesn't hear you as you say that when you walk away.
Probably for the best.
But he also like looks at Zal and
I hope-
Orion, or not Zal and
I
Orion,
was
Orion the
worth it.
remaining one really, and he looks at the remaining people that are around that haven't left yet. Well, you guys are free for today. If you have anything you want to do, they are having arena fights over there. You're not permitted to fight in them. You would have to be the guards and look over, and you can just enjoy the spectacle of the people that are competing. It's up
Are
to you.
you sure I can't fight?
You can't because it's already booked, first off, as well as we can't have our best, like I can't stress this enough, once again, our best guards can't be in the place where danger is, because if they get overwhelmed, who's won't stop it, right? You guys are the ones that have to stop it if it gets out of hand.
Man, I'm out of here.
Yeah, yeah, you can. There, and he starts as you guys start walking away. There's some food stands over there, and yeah, whatever. You guys can do whatever you want. Tomorrow, report to your stations, though, right? All right.
He hears food and he sprints at Godspeed.
Yeah, Kotaro's already over there stuffing his
We can
face.
talk later something. And I'm gonna walk
You guys
up
are
to
walking
Sal.
from vendor to vendor. These are traders that are coming for the party, selling their wares to be sold or to be eaten the next day, or even this day, as today is a holiday, the Wild Mother's holiday, and the whole point of it is destroying abominations. And every creature they're fighting, as you guys can and really can't help but see, the gladiator arena, having many different kinds of abominations. Wolves with odd magic, those are thrown in a few solid times. Other creatures that don't even look like normal creatures. You see a troll. You even see one almost get loose. It's smart enough not even to try and fight the adventurers that are trying to combat it, and immediately tries to dig its way out of the arena before quickly being attacked and surrounded by shore wardens, and the adventurers it was meant to fight. Making your way from vendor to vendor, you'll enjoy some nice food, as there's anywhere from savory foods such as whale fat or even beefsteak from the farms of the Zimni, and all the way down to the sweets of the halfling villages in the area. So do you guys do anything in particular during this day? Any conversations you wish to have? Any items you wish to try and purchase?
Did we get Tinker's tools or did we get Smith?
Smith tools.
That man.
How much is the uncommon item?
Uncommon is at maximum 500 gold, at minimum 51 gold.
Is there anyone that would be selling magic items near here?
You know of a magic item shop, though it isn't really a real magic item shop. It's more like oh, you're in debt, or oh, you just want some quick money. If you're a soldier, come here and sell whatever you brought with you from home. If you're a traveler and need some money for supplies or to trade for supplies, this is where you go to if you're a merchant.
So it's like a pawn shop.
Yeah, it's a pawn shop that goods trade back and forth in, more or less. It's not expensive. There's nothing of extreme value here. They carry a lot of scrolls, as a lot of people carry scrolls with them. But other than that, it's just you never know what you're going to get. You never know what you're going to see. And you see a obviously hardened veteran of a woman, though still fairly young in her elvish years. One eye is scarred heavily, though, and has a eye patch over it. And you can see the scar even above the eye patch, as she's sitting there just messing with her goods, seemingly fiddling with a dagger, just trying to see how, feeling the sharp blade more or less, but trying not to cut herself at the same time.
Can I go up to Kotaro
Okay.
as we're doing everything? Kotaro's the wizard, right?
Yes.
Yeah, bro.
Hey Kotaro, so I do have this thing. I don't know if you can cast it, but I know I can't, and I know you're the only other spellcaster. And I hand out the, I pull out the 3rd level fireball. What's it called? I pull my what's it called, bro?
A scroll?
Yeah, scroll. How to forget that word? The scroll of 3rd level fireball, and I'm like, I know I can't cast this, and I'm probably don't want to anyways. Would you like to have this?
Yes. Very much, actually.
I hand it over to him.
You acquire a fireball scroll.
I'm gonna do it out of my inventory.
So, okay, I've never used a scroll in D&D before, so do I just get to cast it?
Well, as a
Yeah.
wizard, scrolls are far more important to you. You can
Oh, wait a minute.
if you don't know fireball yet and you haven't picked it as one of the spells you know, why would you? You're not 5th level yet. But if you haven't picked it as one of the spells you know, you can instead go, I'm going to study this scroll. In exchange for expending this scroll, learn how to use fireball. It will cost you 300, I think, gold pieces. I would have to look that up, but I think it'll cost you about 300 gold pieces in paper and ink. So, to learn the scroll. But it will expend the scroll, but now you know fireball, more or less. Or, if you don't want to do that, you can cast it, but there will be an intelligence check as it's too high level for you.
Okay.
And until you learn fireball, then you can cast it.
Or until he is 5th level in general.
Yeah. So I'm guessing
Okay,
you
and
know how to use that.
Vaguely.
Yeah, no, I randomly found it, so I thought it would be better if someone else had it than
Well,
me.
you see, it's a bit more powerful than I can manage normally, but I can find my way around it. I'll make some use of it.
Alright. That's good. How powerful is that? Because you said it's pretty powerful.
Well, you see, that scroll right there is a good problem solver. You see, if Kotaro points at a group of tents over in the distance, do you like? Okay, say you don't like those tents. This fireball scroll right here is a good way to get rid of that problem.
Oh,
Do you catch my meaning?
yeah. So like what we just saw in the forest kind of explosion?
No, not something of that magnitude, but
Ooh.
uh, still relatively powerful.
Alright, well, I just knew you liked fire, and, you know, you can have that. And I'm gonna continue my way.
Okay.
Well,
So, are you guys... Okay, first off, where are you guys wanting to head in general? I know Kotaro was interested, or at least one. I think it was Kotaro, but one of you was interested in the magic shop.
Orion.
Orion's interested in the magic shop. Are any of you going to join him in that expedition?
I
I'll
will
go with
look
him.
around. Yeah, I'll look around there, but I might not buy anything.
Zal's going back to his workshop to bring back his old tools, but he's also going to test out these magic tools that he also got.
You begin the process of smithing with some magic tools. Uh, I'm gonna
What do you
first
want me to
go
roll with
over
that?
to Orion and Faye as you guys approach the little magic
Totoro, I
vendor.
think, said it's coming
Oh,
too.
then Kotaro as well. As you guys approach the little magic shop, seeing the woman still sitting there, kind of almost looking asleep, but as you approach, she perks back up. Take a look. I have it all on my table. I ain't gonna tell me what you want. I ain't
What
gonna
do we
spell it
see?
out.
What do we see on the table?
He's like, "Can I tell you
First
all?"
off, you guys don't see particularly anything. What are you looking for on the table? You have to tell me what kind of item you're looking for me to give you something. I can't list random ones.
Okay.
Okay, I did the route. I used to do the route where I list some magic items
Yeah,
until
it kinda
you
sucks.
guys used to just say, "Can I have something else? Is there something else though?" For like an hour.
Well, I didn't do
Oh.
that because
No,
I
not
was.
you. That was Sean, Damien, and Connor. Specifically, Connor.
Specifically, very much.
They just keep.
Raven.
Are you looking for this kind of
They
magic?
wanted a
Nah,
specific magic item, and when I wouldn't list it because I know it's broken, they would just keep asking.
what about this? And it just keeps asking.
Yeah.
So, how many bag of holdings do I see?
12. No, none. No, this person it's a pawn shop. You ain't gonna pawn the item that lets you carry basically more items, especially if you're a merchant.
I wanted 2 though.
I'm never gonna
Are
give
there
you a
any
magic.
kind?
Do what?
Are there any kinds of poison?
You'll see poison. Soldiers would keep poison on them if they were to go into battle. It would be useful. The kinds of poison you see are fairly basic, though. You see basic poison, and other than that, you see an ingested kind of poison. You'd have to feed it to someone. It's not very useful in a combat situation, but would be more useful in an espionage situation.
I
And
want that.
if you ask about it, she will explain. It will do 2d12 if they fail a con save of DC 14. If they don't fail it, it takes half damage.
Okay. Yeah, I want that.
Okay. That one will be about, let's say, 20 gold pieces.
20 gold. All right. This
What do you
isn't
get?
too bad.
He got an ingested poison, meaning you have to feed it to someone.
No,
All right.
buddy.
So I root around in my bandage, or not my bandages, in my little sack, and like I have to pick between my bandages to find loose gold coins that had fallen in between them.
You
And
search for gold
I
coins.
yeah, and I have them all in like one big handful, and I just kind of like drop them on the table and put the poison in my bag.
All right. She counts out the coins and then hands you over the poison. Anything else this fine day?
Yeah, man, I'm seeing if I'm allowed to get this. I have to find out what rarity it is.
If it's anything to do with extra pockets, no. There is nothing there of that nature. There are no extra pockets in your party other than the one you already have.
That's fair. I do have like a window.
How much would a gauntlets of
Ogre
gauntlets
power?
of ogre strength? Or,
Those are extremely rare in the lore of this world, so I can't easily give those
That'll be 50,000.
Yeah, like the gauntlets of ogre power in this world. This was specifically done in campaign 1, where they were just trying to find all of them, so the enemies couldn't have them. They only made a few of them. They only made really one of each kind.
Okay. Because like, okay, it's uncommon. I don't think
Yeah.
50,000 is that
No,
much.
in the lore of the world, they made one of each kind, and that's how they stopped their barbarian from literally just becoming a god in early game.
Yeah, he was pretty much a god already.
Yeah, exactly.
It was so powerful. Um. So does this person also have an alchemy jug?
There's probably an alchemy jug in here if you want to buy that.
I'll buy that.
You buy it. You can buy it for the listed price on whatever it is.
500.
That's expensive.
It is pretty expensive. It's an uncommon item.
Didn't you already have an alchemy jug?
No, that's William.
Oh. Yeah.
But can we, for the sake of this trend, also add coffee to the liquids?
Sure. With your magical
you.
knowledge, you can start. You can trade off one of the other liquids to make it coffee
I'll make it from instead of like.
instead of water. I'll make
Honey.
coffee.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah. Instead of like fresh water, it'll be coffee.
Such a bad idea. Instead of
Okay.
fresh water, I make coffee.
Yeah.
Okay, so can I? Is there a sentinel shield? Which is, do you know what that is?
A sensual shield?
Sentinel shield.
Oh, I know what that is. You could probably purchase one of those. Is it uncommon?
It's uncommon. Do you know what it does though?
Yeah, it pushes people back as a reaction. If they hit
No.
you. What does it do then?
While holding the shield, you have advantage on initiative rolls and perception checks.
Oh, then I was entirely wrong. I would charge you probably 250 for that. Because you have
Okay.
advantage on perception permanently.
Well, while I have the shield.
Yeah, I mean if you unequip the shield, of course, but
Okay, and I still have some money left, so I do want to get my dude some magical items just because. Yeah.
what about the rest of you guys? What are you doing?
Um.
I'm done buying.
All right, if that's all.
So
Where else?
Wait.
Oh,
I saw you buy some poison, didn't you?
Yes.
Well, this can make an entire 2 ounces of basic poison. If you need some.
All right, I'll keep that in mind. This poison was specialized, though.
Oh.
I need it for something specific.
This one also can make acid, beer, wine. I just list off like 7 different like liquids, half of which can like kill you.
Well, if
No,
we ever need deadly liquids, I shall come to your side and ask. What? That made no sense.
what?
If
Let's
we need
go.
weird liquids, I'll ask you. If we need
Okay.
weird liquids, I'll ask you.
Okay.
Is there anything else that
awkwardly-
you guys want to do?
I still have some money left over, so I want to get like one small little magic item. I'm trying to find it.
Okay.
I just like to think that my like sword and armor set just has like the Minecraft enchantment.
Wait, Trent, can I roll whatever I need to do for this magic item stuff?
just roll a regular smithing check, but with a
Which
plus
I'm
one.
assuming that's strength. Oh,
Yeah, you do strength plus your proficiency plus 1.
so +7.
We did all of that to gain a +1.
That was retarded.
Well, not just a plus 1. The weapons made of it, as
Okay.
described to you by something before, the weapons made from it are just usually more durable. Their edge lasts longer, so you don't have to do maintenance, like at all.
Dirty 20.
30, 20. You make a fine weapon. Pretty solid, construction. There's no flaws in it. Someone will be lucky to use it, especially when you begin to test it. Slightly more sturdy and just a little bit in every aspect. The balance is just a little bit better. You could compare it to a regular sword and it would still fight well. There's no major advantage. It just all feels slightly smoother to use.
So it's just not a +1 weapon.
It's not a plus 1 weapon. That would be insanely broken.
That item would be godly.
Yeah. I'm just gonna
Okay.
start making +1 weapons. You know, they're uncommon. That's free 500 gold every day.
Okay, Zal's just gonna put it up, like put it up in like a high area where like usually where he keeps his like really well made swords and stuff. He just like looks at it proudly and looks back at his smith's tools, nods slightly, and just puts it back in his pouch and starts heading outside.
So did any of you, the rest of you guys, continue buying items or try to?
Uh,
Casey's looking for one, but there is something else I want to do if he's occupied.
to speed things up, Trent, is there a cloak of protection in this place?
Cloak of protection. It's uncommon, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
People would probably have that as soldiers, so I would say yeah, but I would charge you 300 gold for it.
That's fine.
Do you have what you want, Chase, or am I gonna go to?
Okay. Can I get something called a Pearl of Power? It
Yeah,
while
that's not too powerful. I know what that is. It gives you spell slots back.
yeah, well, just so everyone can hear it, like just to understand what it is. While this pearl is on your person, you can use an action to speak its command word and regain one expended spell slot. If the expended slot was fourth level or higher, the new slot is third level. Once you once you've used the pearl, it can't be used again until the next dawn.
So basically, one free third level at max.
Yeah.
As a paladin, you're never gonna need that. Third level, pretty much. But yeah, you can purchase that, and I would only charge you for maybe 200 gold.
Wait, if I'm not gonna wait, why is that bad?
It's not bad. It's still useful a lot. I'm just saying you're never going to use the third level until really high levels.
Oh well, no. That's if I can get like a first or second
Yeah, I
level
know.
slot. Okay, I'll just make it okay.
Yeah, I'm just.
So
I know you're not gonna get the third levels. What I'm saying for a while.
well, I'm fine with that. It's just I don't have a lot of spell slots as is, and
Yeah, it does help in that regard. You ain't gonna have third level spell slots, but you'll have an extra whatever spell slot you do end up having. But for 200 gold, I'll give you that one.
Okay. So if I had platinum is
It's 10 gold pieces per platinum. So you guys basically got 500 gold pieces. Is what you got.
Yeah, I already swapped them into 500
I'm
gold
just
because I
gonna
just
I'm
did
gonna
not want to do
take
that.
all of my platinum away and uh wait.
I'll move over to Eden real quick. What was it you're gonna do, Eden?
Okay. I have a magic item, but I can't find the rarity.
What's the magic item? I'll give
What
you
is
it.
it?
A wand of the war mage.
I think that's
That's
uncommon.
wait.
I'll look it up
I'm
real
on
quick.
this. Wand of the War Mage.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh,
Yeah,
it
Wand of the War
varies.
Mage. It's uncommon. It
Well,
starts off
Okay.
uncommon.
You're probably gonna get the cheapest rarity, more likely, right?
It depends. How bad would rare be?
Rare is
That's
up
that's
to
5,000 gold.
5,000 gold. It's a
5,000. I
plus
do
2
not have that.
attacks. Yeah, you don't have the money for that. With a +1 weapon, it's uncommon, but it's an expensive uncommon because it's literally just a +1 weapon, but for magic users.
Yeah.
So I'd probably charge you
So,
400
yeah.
gold for that. That's expensive, man.
Are you still
Sure.
charging me 500 gold for my alchemy jug? Bro?
No, for the alchemy jug, I'll charge you 200 gold.
Okay, let me have 300 gold. Back.
Okay. Uh. So. Yeah, I'm gonna buy that. That means I'll only have
Didn't you already
10
buy something?
platinum left. No. Oh yeah. I did, but I wanted to get that wand.
What did you buy? Because I can't. What was it?
Ingested poison.
Oh yeah, okay, it's cheap enough. I was gonna say, I'm like, just making sure you have the money for it. But yeah, you
Yeah.
can do that for 400 gold if you want.
So that would be 40 platinum.
Yes, that's 40 platinum,
Yeah.
and the gold was 50, I think I said, or something like that. So you're pretty poor right now. You only got like 5 platinum left, as far as I recall.
Yeah. Yeah. 5 platinum, 3 gold, and 4 silver.
Yeah, baby.
Okay, is Zal in here with us now?
Yeah, well, Zal came up. He bought a cloak just hanging on the wall. He puts it around, clips it, puts the hood over his head, and then he kind of feels safe in it. He kind of like holds it close to him as he's like, he just suddenly just feels comforted.
Would you look at this weirdo?
By the way, make sure you guys count if it's attunement or not. The items you buy.
Is there an amulet of the drunkard?
What does that do?
The amulet smells of old ale-stained wood. While you're wearing it, you regain 44 hit points when you drink a pint of beer, ale, mead, or wine. Once you use this to restore hit points, you can't use it until the next dawn.
I would say so. That seems like it would be extremely useful for a campaign for a soldier to have. After a battle, the soldier drinks alcohol and becomes healthier.
And gets healed, yeah.
That's something they're going to do anyways, drink alcohol. So, yeah, I would say for another 200 gold pieces.
Okay.
Have the gold. If not, I can lend you some.
Oh, I have 800 right now.
Alright.
Wow.
Do you remember the cloak? It gave me like 1,000.
Oh, yeah. Your super broken cloak that I should.
I'm like rich. I'm just like William. I'm just rich.
Yeah, just always rich, inexplicably.
Yeah.
Shopping session.
Yep. Is that all you're buying, though?
Yeah, and I'm going to go to my tent to try to fix my arm.
Kojo is going to walk up to Zal and like whisper in his ear, Zal, I need your help with something.
What is it?
Well, I have to replace my bandages, and I cannot do it alone. And I'm not going to ask one of the others because they'll make fun of me.
So you're asking me to replace your bandages?
To help me. I'm not a baby, an infant. I
Okay,
killed children. If you don't remember, I killed children. I'm not a child.
Wait,
Killed a child.
you did what?
Uh-oh.
Bandages. Just,
Um,
help a friend out.
I'll help.
Help a fella out, bro.
Help the homie out, bro.
Zal was just accompany Kotaro. He's going.
Okay, so you guys head off and begin changing your bandages. What are you doing, Orion? That way I can jump between you guys easily enough.
Wait, who'd you call on?
You. What are you doing?
It glitched out as soon as you said something, so I could. So I got a Sentinel Shield and a Pearl of Power. On the Pearl of Power needed attunement. I'm going to walk back to where they are.
They're all leaving.
Like
We all left.
Yeah. As you start to approach, Kotaro and Zal head off together, and Faye heads by themselves.
Man, you wouldn't make me anything.
Are you going anywhere in particular, doing anything in particular, or no, you're just going to hang
No,
out?
kick rocks, I guess. No one loves me.
Okay.
We hate
You
you!
walk around all depressed, like, drawing the stares and gaze from several other fellow depressed
You can come with
people.
us if you want, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go help the friggin' burn victim.
I'm gonna stealth and watch it.
Perv. What would
I
some
wanna
king think if he knew his precious wife was watching some dude change?
I just heard bandages. He might just be
Much
like,
less a
what would I
burn
see?
victim.
Charred? What do you want me like? I'm not gonna see anything. I'll see burn marks.
Kotaro's penis looks like a piece of charcoal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna just be like, bro, it's gonna be cool. I'm not, bro.
Bro, I want to punch your profile picture, homie.
What's my profile picture, bruh?
Some retarded blue guy.
I only know what it looked. Dude, that's my face when you
um,
do.
But is there any particular conversation you want to have while you're changing your bandages, Kotaro?
yes, actually. I
Nice
didn't
butt,
do this
dude.
just to be weird.
Yeah, I didn't think
Okay.
you did just to be weird.
Yeah.
Um,
I expected this.
okay. So, uh, when they get back, I assume we're gonna go. Do we have individual tents, or is it like a barracks?
You have, for the most part, barracks, but you guys are high enough ranking to have individual-ish tents. It's like one tent that is divided into 4 different rooms, but you have your own
Okay.
room.
All right. Um. So Kotaro is gonna lead you guys into his room, and he has all kinds of stuff scattered everywhere. But over next to his bed on a little desk, he has multiple packages of bandaging, and he Zaf, come here. Now this isn't a pleasant experience,
I would assume so.
and I am going to warn you, if you have a weak stomach, let me find someone else.
Uh,
Or you hear from
I
Mac is I'll do it.
so kind of like turns around to face like the covering of the room tent. I'm guessing. I'm assuming there's like
You
little
see my
flap.
head looking?
Yeah.
It's like, uh, I think I can handle it. I've seen a lot of things. I can handle this. All right.
So,
Zal will like go over and get like a package of bandage, like one of the packets of bandages, and like looks over at Kotaro.
all right. So you see, Kotaro starts to unwrap the bandages, and he starts at his wrists. That's where the bandages are kind of loose, so he can cast magic. But he grabs them in the palms of his hands, and they slowly they catch on fire, and they slowly burn all the way down his arm, his shoulder, over his face and head, down his chest and his legs. And Kotaro is hurting from it. Definitely is hurting. And when the bandages are completely off, you, he does not have an inch of skin on his body that does not have at least a first degree burn on it.
Zal just like looks at the charred corpse of Kotaro. Something of him kind of like his eyes go widen for a bit, and then a small chuckle starts happening, but then is immediately stopped by a cough with the amulet around his neck kind of glowing a second. He starts. Sorry, sorry. I'm okay.
Oh, yeah, I also forgot to mention that there are metal plates infused into his skin all over his chest.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a huge detail, man. Just
yeah,
metal
that's that.
plates infused into his skin.
Thanks, buddy.
That's like the whole reason Zal started coughing like that.
Awkward.
Okay.
Bro, you get microwaved.
All right. I'll bandage you. I'm guessing you're wanting me to do your back. I'll try to be
All
gentle.
right. Like literally, as soon as you start applying the bandages, Kotaro seems to be uncomfortable, and as you continue, like by time at the end, he's like over there like yelling, like screaming in pain.
Also, since you bullied my avatar, my profile picture, check it now.
It's
change
probably
it?
gonna still be that. This is probably gonna still be
No,
that
it's
for a
something
bit.
different now. I can already see it.
It's on the call. It doesn't seem to be anything. I'll look
Yeah,
at
it
it
hasn't
on
changed
Discord.
for us.
I'll check it later. Kotaro kind of just like tries to bandage as gentle and like quickly as he could,
You're not
so he didn't
Kotaro.
have to. Not Kotaro. I tried to bandage Kotaro. Shut up.
Yes.
And like as gently and quickly as he can, Kotaro doesn't feel that much pain, even though it's probably a lot pain.
That makes no sense.
He attempts to make him not feel pain, though he still
He
does.
feels
Yes.
no pain. and
Anytime
yet
I hear a
he's
gun, I'll cast healing word.
excruciating pain.
You're not there, Damien.
Yeah, I am.
Alright.
You're in your tent. Messing with
I
your
literally.
arm.
Sure.
That's what you said, man.
Did you not hear me whenever Chase said I'm gonna walk up to follow them? I said yeah. She's gonna also stealth away and walk.
Okay. So I guess you're just secretly casting it through the wall.
Yeah.
Okay. And after they completely finish with the bandaging, and Kotaro has a minute to like gather his breath. He puts a hand up on Azel's shoulder and pulls him down like to his head level because he is not standing up right now. There's a reason I asked for your help.
And
You see,
what was that reason?
I burn myself every time I change my bandages as a way to, is the word absolve?
Atone, maybe?
Yeah, atone. That's the word, atone. I burn myself every time I change my bandages to atone. Not in a religious tone, or a religious sense. More of a way to help me sleep at night. But what happened? The whole guard killing thing was like 2 days ago now, right?
Yeah.
What happened 2 days ago on that ship?
Well, actually, it's been many because you had to walk there. So it's probably been about half a month at this point. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It don't matter.
Yeah. What definitely didn't happen 2 days ago, but like half a month ago on the ship. Um, you can fix it. Maybe you cannot untake the lives, obviously, but you can
Zal. Oh, sorry.
you can counteract the scale of karma. Whether it be purging yourself in flame, or maybe just finding your own way.
Zal kind of just like looks at Kotaro. Uh, he seems hesitant a little bit to even like say anything at first, but he looks up and down at Kotaro, seeing the bandages again and seeing the charred flesh underneath. Kotaro just like gently sighs. All right. I know what I did on the boat is not like me. The whole thing with the Dwindalians having this secret organization gets to my head sometimes. They're okay. Just long story short, I was with a unit protecting important cargo to get to the Wayun gates. Uh, the Wayun Valley uh, is where my unit perished by a single man who I thought was my friend. Me and my sister were the only ones who survived in that. But It left us deeply scarred. And Zal kind of like puts his hand like on his like on the maul behind him, pulling it out slightly. This was the weapon that murdered my units and almost killed me and my sister. And my axe on my right, the one that is probably not the best condition, is the axe I slaughtered him with.
Oh, eye for an eye, they say.
Still, it was only one man against that unit, and I couldn't do much than just sit there and watch as my Zal kind of like just stops talking for a second, kind of like he takes a deep breath. It's like suddenly, like few small tears are like rolling down his eyes. I'm sorry. I need a moment.
Me too. I think I'm about to pass out.
I'll. You wanna? Will you want me to carry you onto your bed? I don't know if you can.
Yeah. I don't think I can make it over.
Okay. Zal will like gently pick up Kotaro and like put him on his bed. Do you need me to get
Kotaro's like slumped out. Kotaro's slumped out now.
He just falls. He just straight to sleep. Okay. Okay. And then Zal will like go like look behind him. Is Orion's head just still poking out the flap?
You
Yeah,
hear him
pretty
like
much.
walking around outside. Yeah.
I'm gone. I got bored of hearing them and I just walked off.
Zal just like walks over to Orion's like gently, like pats his shoulder.
He wakes
Now
up
you know
screaming in
why.
agony again.
I look at him and I repeat the thing I said in the bar when when me and uh, Zal had our first like kind of talk. I just said, I pat him back on the back. I just go, damaged funds damaged. I'm gonna go to bed.
Me too.
I'll be right back
Me
real
too.
quick. I just have to
Then-
pop the clothes out.
Zal will head to his tent to go to sleep for the rest of the night.
I will continue with my arm. Be right back.
Okay. The night, unless anyone has anything else to do, will pass uneventfully.
Yeah, I want to get 3 bags of holding.
Sorry they don't sell those here. But the next day, when you awaken with cheers of people coming in, more wagons rolling nearby your tents to enter the vicinity, as well as a bunch of conversation. As it just seems that people are gathering around and vendors are calling out to the newcomers in the area. You know that today your station is at the small platform they put up for the party. Used to be a old training area / bard stage, but they refurbished it for the little event. Not very large, but enough to keep the mud off the shoes of the nobles. You guys are more or less just to mingle with them until something goes wrong. So, you wake up and prepare yourselves. And unless anything particular needs to happen in that next morning, you guys, I assume, head to your shifts.
Before Zal heads to his guarding shift, he does kind of want to make something. He'll go to the workshop, assumingly it's closed as everything else is, as the party's going on.
Mm-hmm.
He'll immediately pick up some metal, pick up a dagger hilt, and will start using his magical tools to make a dagger.
You produce a reasonable dagger that's slightly better than some other daggers.
I rolled a 24 for it.
It's a fancy dagger. In combat, it's just a little bit better. Has good balance and form.
Zal will like grab the dagger and put it in his pocket, and then we'll go to his first shift
All
after
right.
taking about like an hour or two.
Your jobs today are just standing around. There are all sorts of rich folk in front of you and walking around you as you enter the small ring where all the food is and all the nobles are. You see
I'm
some
back.
notable faces from the menagerie, see some notable faces from the Empire that you can't quite place them as you haven't lived there. Barely passed through at best. The food array is wide, and you guys are permitted to more or less do whatever you want as long as you don't harass the nobles or or more or do anything retarded. Like you're not gonna your whole thing is don't go over there and just destroy the buffet. Don't harass the nobles. If the nobles ask you of something, do it unless it's not something they should be asking you for. And if something goes down, protect them. That's pretty much your directive.
Bruh, I'm also a noble, so they should just accept me for who I am.
Yeah, you're a noble, but you're also being paid to protect the other nobles, so...
They know me. Okay, these are my country club friends.
You might see some family,
I'm gonna bomb it.
distant family that you know, yeah.
Okay, if I see any cousins, I'm just gonna stab them in the neck. Hey, my cousins.
Hey, Trent.
Yep.
Are there any like people you would consider enemies here, like noble wise?
That depends. Do you have any particular rivals that are of rich descent in the Empire that you would know of? Like on the chart, did you get that?
No.
Well, other than that, the only way you could really say that someone was your enemy, because you don't know a lot of these people, is if you have any particular distaste for a certain family in the Empire. Because there are people from all over the Empire, at least one noble from every city, and one noble from every city in the menagerie as well. Unless you hate someone random in a noble position, then not really.
Well, okay. The reason I was asking is because I do have a rival in the Dwendalian Empire.
But they're
And
probably
they have,
not rich, are they?
no, they're cultists, but they have an order for my arrest and are currently hunting me.
Yeah, but they'll hunt you in the menagerie, not necessarily at the royal party. That would be a place to cause a scene.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any Kreen nobles here?
That makes sense.
There are no
Ethan.
Kreen.
Sorry for interrupting.
There are no Kreen at all.
Okay.
Ethan, I just
Sorry,
realized something. You're the
What?
you're the most highly evolved version of Teddy.
What do you mean?
What does that mean?
You are Teddy's ultimate form, dude.
Yeah, dude, I'm like Teddy if he had Ultra Instinct.
And the reason I say that is because he said something so similar in the exact same tone and voice that I just heard like 20 seconds ago. And the first thing that popped into my head was him monologuing to Miss Paul about how he's better than other people, pretty much.
I hate that.
better.
Okay,
So-
no, what exactly did I say to spark that memory?
I don't know, dude, but you had the exact same tone, like the exact same speaking mannerism and everything. And the first thing that came to mind, I'm like, oh my god, dude, you're literally like the highest evolution of Teddy.
I hate Teddy.
Alright, Chase, don't make me bring up the bathroom, alright? Don't make me bring up the bathroom.
This is recorded, by the way. Shut up.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Yeah, are you guys
So-
gonna try and talk to any people in the menagerie, like rich folk that are walking around you?
Is there any bathrooms in the menagerie?
There are bathrooms set out, yes.
Okay.
Hey,
Are there perhaps any women in these bathrooms?
Are there
Uh,
perhaps any winches in these bathrooms?
Probably not the winches. There
Some
are
fell
women that
omens.
exist, but the bathrooms are obviously guarded by their own set of people, so that no perverts
Okay,
can stalk their rich
why is it
people.
guarded, bruh?
That
I
way,
need
no
to
perverts
take a
can stalk the
prescription shit.
nobles. You guys.
No, okay. Counter question: is there any way we can get these winches in the bathroom?
There are no winches in the bathroom.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Can we
Never mind.
bring a winch to the bathroom?
Counter question.
Oh
Can
my
I
God.
lower a winch in the bathroom?
No.
Not
I can be a
necessarily.
winch in the bathroom.
Hey,
like, I
this is
can't, like, have
this
a-
is a noble event. They're not gonna just have winches sitting in the bathrooms.
Homie, I wave a pair of Lululemons around and they're following me anywhere, okay?
Oh man, bro.
Trent.
God.
Hey, Trent.
What?
Can I make a perception check to see if there's any half elves?
Any half elves?
A half elf or a noble
We
type?
might genuinely be just
Make a
too
perception check
stupid.
to look
A
for any
half
half
elf.
elves.
Wearing a handmade crown and a purple set of noble clothes. Just looking around.
Bro, are you looking for... You are. You're
What's your
nasty.
perception check, bro?
Yeah, I am. It
Well,
shouldn't be that hard.
Wait, are you gonna do stuff with your own character?
I don't know, maybe.
Well,
Bruh,
13.
Don't
13. Can't see him. Sorry.
He'll know something's wrong.
You don't see him.
Bro,
At this
got-
point,
dude,
you're probably trying
I
to
had that
stealth and
advantage.
chase skins around. So you're probably
Dude,
probably-
I had that advantage. No, he didn't stealth back. He just kept yelling, "Hi, Dad, wait!"
Yeah,
He
can't
gotta
see
be
him, sorry,
noticeable.
Can't see him.
He gotta be
Hi,
noticeable.
Poppy.
Yeah, everyone here is noticeable. They're all rich.
Papa, wait.
The
All
most
right.
Friends
noticeable
don't
one
lie,
is Lord
Papa.
Sharp. He's the weird one. Lord Sharp is like the creepy kid. He runs around all the cool kids trying to be cool as well.
Okay, are there any noble women I might know?
There are many noble women that you might know.
Do any of them look like they have the tendencies of fatherless behavior?
I
Jesus.
mean, maybe.
It's your cousin,
gonna
Chase.
go-
Don't do it.
I need to send an entire country into despair because I'm
Your
horny.
job is to guard these people, not to harass them. I specifically
Destroy the
stated
kingdom.
not to
No,
harass them.
I'm guarding them. I'm guarding their insides from everyone else.
Alright, bro.
Oh my
Skip this,
god.
dude. Can we just go on to what's about to happen?
I
Me and
wanna
Sean know what's
do
gonna
stuff.
happen.
So,
I want to do
are you
stuff.
talking to any particular group of people? Because there are plenty of people standing out. Do you want to try and find any of the nobles you may know, or just talk to some random nobles as you're here? Because other than that, your job is literally just to stand here and eat food.
I'll see if I have anyone that I know.
I'll walk up to just some random noble.
You walk up to a random noble that happens to be here. He's surrounded by a few of his own righteous brand people. As this is an empire noble, you can't quite place him. You haven't seen him anywhere. He isn't famous to you, at least, because it wouldn't be known much in the menagerie. Looks to be a young, black-haired man, pretty tall. Has a large greatsword slung over his hip. He's wearing light, like, ceremonial armor, but he also looks to know how to wield his weapon a little bit. And he looks down at you as you approach.
What time is it, by the way, so I can...
It's pretty early morning. It's like noon.
Early morning?
Yeah, probably about noon.
Good morning, my noble. How's your day here? How've you liked it?
I mean, the food's pretty nice, I guess.
Yeah. Well, sorry to intrude. What's your name?
My name's Reggie. Why?
Just wanted to know. My name's Faye. Just wanted to know how everything's going. We're just trying to make sure everything. Have you seen anything like weird or anything? Because I'm trying to keep this place safe,
I mean,
and I just need to know.
not in
everything's all right.
particular. The only thing I see that's any oddity is people eating whale fat. Not much for it myself. People seem to like it, though, I guess.
That's fair. I'll look around at everybody. No one's turning green.
No particular strange things happening at the moment, no.
Uh. Oh, well, my dad's calling. Yep, my dad's
What are
calling.
the rest of y'all doing during this conversation? Anything at all?
I want to
I
try doing something.
What do you want to do?
I'm busy real quick, so have
Why?
Ethan do what he.
okay, so I was gonna try to poison somebody, but
You want to poison a
that's not a
noble?
good idea. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But I think instead of that, I'm just gonna sit there and watch the food. I'm not gonna eat anything. I'm gonna like sit there and just watch it.
You
Make sure
stare at
nobody's
the
being
food
goofy.
as it's being served and eaten. Taking a close
Yes.
look at who eating what. What are you doing, Zal?
Okay, so Zal is going to keep a lookout for actually a lot of people. He's going to be looking for a half orc and two people that look kind of similar to him.
Who are these people? What I might
Uh,
ask.
my brother, my sister, and a male half orc who is a give me a second, berserker.
Are any of your family members noble?
No,
Or are any of these people noble?
no, they are not noble. My sister's an assassin. My brother is a mage.
And you'll find out find them.
Yeah. There's not anyone. Your sister is here. She is a soldier, as you know. She works in the same place as you do, so she is one of the trusted guards that are guarding the place. You don't see the berserker, and you don't see your brother in particular as a mage right now. You know that none of the wizards have arrived. They're all late. Like, there's literally no wizards here at all, except for those at the gate. Or at least none that you know to be wizards. Some people are wizards. Even the Empire's wizards aren't here yet. They all seem to be, for some reason, oddly late.
Okay, so instead, Zal, kind of having an idea of where his sister is, he is going to keep that for later, and will, assumingly, see Kotaro just standing there, staring at the food.
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
Is it all?
No, Zal is going to go over to him, and gently tap his shoulder. Kotaro,
Yes.
I wanted to give you something as well, uh, I trust you in some sense, and I want to make sure that my friends are well treated. And then he will hand Kotaro the small fine dagger.
Ooh, sweet.
You can use that if someone gets too close, or do whatever you want with it. Really, I just wanted to give you something.
Looks like a good neck splitter.
That's one way of using it, and that's about all I wanted to do.
I will continuously go up to nobles and make sure everybody's feeling okay, as I am trying to make sure everybody's having a great.
You begin to wander around harassing the nobles.
No, not harassing. Like actually being like, it was like people would just like make sure. Like I'll probably be like holding like a tray of food to people and like making sure their day's okay. Like not annoying them, just being like, "How's the party? Is everything all right?" And I'm like a drink or something.
Oh, one final thing:
Like a waitress,
Zal is being like very attentive as he knows the Dwendalian Empire is here. So he's just looking at everyone to see anyone who's suspicious.
Yeah. You do notice that adventurers begin to file in, as do wizards begin to teleport in, not too far away. You do recognize your mage brother, I think, is if I'm correct about that, is one of the fellows that do teleport in, though he isn't here for the party. He is here alongside another wizard who is blonde and tall and wearing red clothing with white lining. You don't know him in this life, but he's a middle-aged, on the younger side, uh, fellow who is fairly handsome, but fairly frail as well, alongside your brother, who looks similar, though you can describe his appearance if you'd like.
All right. So my brother, I think I have a description written down. Let me check. I should at least. Okay. So my brother has, obviously just like long, super long robes that are bluish and doesn't really have the symbol of being a coast warden. He doesn't seem to be affiliated with any military. He's just a regular mage that's attending the party. He has like long black hair that's kind of like tied up to a ponytail. His eyes being slightly green. He doesn't have a beard, as he does seem pretty young. And he's pretty much kind of like what a more healthier and younger version of Zal would look like. But obviously super frail, as he doesn't really necessarily have the to be as good as Zal is. And then Zal will walk over to him, kind of like being more confident in his stride now, as he normally never is. He kind of clears his throat. Jason, it's good to see you again.
You as well. Why are you here? Didn't expect you to be. Oh, I understand. You're working. Sorry, I thought you were noble for a minute there.
You should know by now that we're not nobles, but
I figured maybe you squeeze yourself somewhere.
Maybe you could just be saying that because you did turn me to a bear at one point.
That was an accident.
It's fine. So, who's your friend that you brought along with you, or did you somehow manage to teleport exactly at the same time?
Well, we did coordinate the jump, but we did teleport separately. This is Halas here. He isn't staying for long. He just wanted to stop in and talk to someone. I'm not sure exactly who. He wouldn't tell me. Not necessarily friends. And he looks over at Halas, like, questioningly. Halas just looks down and just, like, shakes his head slightly. He looks back up. We're acquaintances, business. It's all work, and mages know how to work with each other well.
Okay. Does Zal know Halas? Do I need to make a check or something?
Make a history check. Because he is somewhat prominent, but only if you live in Nicodranus, and only if you care about who owns the wharf.
Alright. 17.
You know who Halas is. You don't. He's not like constantly hearing stories about him or nothing. It's just you know who he is. You know that he is a rich man, not necessarily a noble, but fairly rich, and that makes you close enough to a noble that lives in Nicodranus, who owns the wharf there.
So no potential threat.
Not particularly, no. Not well.
Okay.
He's somewhat, or at least reasonably loyal to the menagerie because he lives there.
Yeah. Zal just nods, is like, okay, you can carry on your business then, sir. And then we'll look back at Jason. I just wanted to show myself in front of you again because, well, in this line of work, you can never be too sure.
Either way, I'm fine. You should hopefully be fine. This work
I'm okay.
is dangerous, but I enjoy it. Yeah?
Sorry. Would both my sisters be here as they're mages and archmages?
Where are they from?
Oh, shoot. Let me look. Um, the Korean dynasty.
No.
Okay.
Why would they be here?
I don't know.
Also,
I was letting you know.
why are your family in the Korean dynasty?
I don't know. It says sister and sister Korean dynasty.
That's strange.
It is very strange.
Yeah, I guess they ran away.
They could have moved
Go.
around.
So,
Sure.
okay. If you wanted, Vixie's around here somewhere. You can probably find her, but you know how sneaky she is.
I'll see if I can talk to her. I don't have much time here as well. Similar to Haas, I'm here to talk to another mage of importance from the Empire. We have separate deals going on. I just need some supplies. He's talking about something else. Who knows what he's doing? And Haas just looks down and starts like kind of craning his head slightly in a way like, don't see what I'm doing. Don't try to even spell out what I'm doing. And he looks back up and just goes, it's fine. I'm not going to say anything. He's my brother. I trust him anyway. Either way, I will talk to you later. It points to Halas, and I'll talk to you later. Points to you. I'll talk to Vixie here in a minute.
Zal will wave at Jason, and then we'll look at Halal. He'll kind of like stare at him, kind of like confusingly. He doesn't see him as a threat, but he kind of like clears his throat. It's like, and then all of a sudden, as soon as like Jason leaves, I'm assuming Jason like left.
Yeah, Jason and Halas begin to walk away, both in
Together?
similar directions, not necessarily together. They separate slightly as Jason starts heading toward Vix first, but Halas starts heading directly toward a Empire noble that seems to be of a similar persuasion, as this seems to be an archmage, though you don't know their name, as you don't care that much for politics, I don't think.
Okay. So I was just gonna like stare ahead of Lost and it's like a bit confused. So he's most likely going to now, as he's kind of a bit suspicious, he's going to keep an eye on the loss of the Dwindle Noble.
Are you going to try and overhear their conversation?
Yeah, I'm just going to like stand nearby with my hands like held together, like a U.S. Secret Service agent.
Make a perception check as you try and overhear the conversation.
24.
That was fast and pretty high. With a 24, you overhear a good portion of the conversation. He doesn't seem to care much because you're obviously no threat to him. He seems to be far more powerful than you. But he tries to keep it in hushed tones, but you have keen ears. You overhear good portions. He is talking to this archmage, which you now know to be named Astrid. You don't quite catch your last name, but you know they're at least named Astrid. You catch them conversating first about supply trades. One getting supplies from the menagerie, like basilisk oil and stuff. The other from the north. You then catch a conversation about a strange artifact that he is trying to get adventurers to go inside because he thinks that he needs something out of it. You hear another conversation of a similar topic along the lines of suspicious troop traveling around that they should keep an eye out, a description. You guys know the troop to be a description of yourselves in a separate life. A goblin, an elf, and at this time a dwarf that they describe wandering around, Halas does to the other noble, that they might want to keep an eye out for. There is conversation of a topic that goes beyond your magical understanding, but you catch the word cloning, which is strange. You catch the word magic jar, and you catch something called the hand. They keep referencing something called the hand. And the heart, whatever that might mean. And at one point, she looks to Halas and then motions to his pocket and just asks, "Do you have it?" Halas takes it out of his pocket, looks around. He is going to try and make a stealth check. He's going to try and perceive if you're perceiving him.
Okay.
As he is suspicious mightily and trying to keep this part especially secret.
23.
23. He got a 21, so you're pretty good at stealth. He doesn't seem to notice you seeing him. And he quickly tosses over a vial, like seeming to drop it almost into her hands. Astrid almost fumbles to catch it and tucks it into a pocket of her own. You can't catch quite what the item is. It seems to be a vial of something. They stop talking at that point and head different ways.
Zal will kind of like look at the noble woman walking away. This is a woman, right?
Yes, this is Astrid,
Yes, I
which
remember.
you guys have met before, I think.
No, we haven't met this one.
No,
we've heard.
you saw them. You saw them before. They were the one arguing with something. But yeah.
Oh, it don't mind. Okay, so Zal's gonna like look over towards Astrid and like look at Okay, so in the vicinity, who could he see? Could he see everyone? Like Orion, Kotaro, and Faye?
Well, this little exchange happened outside the boundaries of the regular party. Happened off to the side. It wasn't actually. They didn't enter the noble area because only one of them seems to be a noble, and that would be Astrid. And after she takes the vial, she heads into the rest of the party. Halas, on the other hand, he teleports out fairly quickly. He walks away and teleports again.
Okay.
Yeah, there's people around, but this was off to the side. If that's what you're asking.
Okay. Question. Who's nearby the main party?
What do you mean, like your party members, or?
Yeah, my party members.
Kotaro's inside staring at the food. Faye's
which I
inside
remember
walking
that.
around talking to people. What about
Okay.
Orion? What's Orion doing? I'm assuming he's in the party as well. Probably
Chase.
with Kotaro.
Chase, you here, buddy?
I think he disconnected.
I can hear buzzing. He might be AFK.
Oh.
I think he might have just left his phone or something.
Yeah.
But alright. Zal will like walk in, take a notice where Astrid is, and then we'll go over to Kotaro, tap his shoulder. Kotaro, keep an eye on that
What?
noble over there. As he points at Astrid, I saw a menagerie wizard named Halas give a vial. I couldn't see what it was, of something, in her pocket. Don't confront her about it. Just make sure she doesn't do anything with it.
Well, perhaps we could swipe it.
During this
Maybe,
conversation,
but-
you're interrupted by a menagerie server walking around with whale meat. She kind of like stumbles into your conversation, interrupts you mid-conversation, and just holds out a tray. Whale meat, want it?
No, we're good. We don't need any food. We're fine.
All right, so yourselves. Just keeps walking, seemingly random, just to interrupt you. That seems like a very rude server. You might want to talk to something about that.
So
I
I was
could-
just gonna. Oh, go ahead.
I should smack that wench. That's all.
I mean,
He just had to get that out there.
she was pretty
sorry.
rude. I mean, if you wanna go and talk to someone about it, I mean, go ahead. Just keep an eye on her. And if you think you can pickpocket a noble lady, a bunch of other nobles looking, be my guest. But I don't know how good that would look.
Oh, well, you see, my friend, that's where magic comes in.
Magic that this party is being protected from, probably.
True. Perhaps it is best to just stay vigilant.
Yeah, just stay observant. If she does anything suspicious with said vial, confront her about it. And I will go back to my post now. I'll try looking for any other dangers. And then Zal will like leave Kotaro and then start heading back out to the or outside the party.
As you begin to walk away, you hear violent coughing from the table, not too far away, where all the food is laid out. You then hear coughing from a few other sources inside the crowd. So Plates clatter to the ground. Some people fall to the ground. Some clutching their throats, and you see now the adventurers in the party running to aid any clerics trying to clear the throats of the people coughing violently. You see some eyes begin to bleed as blood pours out of them. You see one with a nose spurting blood so violently it looks as if they had been bashed in the face by a sword. It's a violent scene of immediate collapse and death. You notice now you were vigilant, but not in the right area, it seems. You may have been suspicious of nobles passing files, but the party immediately goes wrong as many nobles from both Menagerie and Empire side, mostly Menagerie, but somewhat Empire. It's about a 50, not a 50, about a 40-60 split. Empire being 40, or Empire being 40, yeah. You see several of them being falling down, many as 20 as many as 20 separate nobles fall to the ground, grasping their throats. Seemingly mostly minor nobles, no one of extreme import dies, but immediately the Empire nobles become standoffish. You see Astrid with her guards gathering around. You see the man that Faye was talking to earlier gather around with his guards as well. They all kind of coalesce into groups and become on edge near immediately. During this sudden collapse, what are you guys doing?
I am looking around. Okay, so all the nobles that died, were they all Dwendalian?
No. About 40% of them were Dwendalian, and about 60% was Menagerie. It's about 20 separate nobles that die.
So there's not.
But the Menagerie become immediate standoff. Not Menagerie. Empire become immediately standoffish and almost like aggressive with their posture of defense, while the Menagerie kind of just coalesces around some king mostly.
All right.
So what y'all doing?
Zal will kind of like look at everything that just happened as he turned his back for a second and he looked back, seeing everyone just collapse behind him. He immediately just like starts looking around to see if anything happened. He goes over to one of the Menagerie bodies, as he doesn't want to go anywhere near the Dwindles, as he is a short warden. He kind of like crouches down and like try to examine the body.
Okay, make a medicine check for me.
Trent.
Yeah.
I will rush over, pulling out a normal thing of beer and my necklace off, and I'm gonna go up to the nearest person that is still alive but choking and dying. I'm gonna put the necklace over them and like try to give them a drink.
Does the necklace require attunement?
Nope. It's just whoever wears it.
You toss it on and try and force the alcohol down their throat. And you recognize their throat has actually just closed. They cannot drink alcohol as if they had a severe allergic reaction.
Oh shoot.
And either way, by the time you could manage a pint down a normal man's throat, they would already be dead.
I'll take off the necklace.
You take the necklace off, pull back the flagon of ale, and recognize that the Menagerie noble you were in front of has died of the vile poison already.
Okay, and I rolled a 12, by the way, for my medicine check.
You ain't got a clue what's wrong with him. You know that something's happened. Could be poison, could be many other things, but most likely poison, mostly because so many have died.
Is it just like... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. I've been kind of like talking a lot anyway.
I was gonna ask, is it just the throat that is getting messed up here, or is it like anything else?
It seems as if it seems mostly to be that the throat closes up where they cannot breathe, like so violently that they can't even drink. That seems to be the main issue, but you also notice there seems to be something going on with the brain, like a brain hemorrhage, because blood leaks out of the eyes, which isn't a normal place for blood to leak out of, as well as the node violently spurts blood on some
I'm guessing. I'm guessing I can't make a medicine check off of whatever I'm just
You
looking
can
at right
make a
now.
medicine check, but once again, you can easily attribute it to a poison of some sort, as there's no real way that it isn't a poison if it's this spread thin and still causing this much
Yeah.
damage.
Let me make a medicine check. Anyways.
What are Totoro and Orion doing if Chase is here?
Chase still isn't here, bro.
13. I guess I don't know.
13. Once again, you know it's probably poison. About you, Kotaro, what's your first reaction?
I'm going to stay back where I'm at and just observe the room. See if there's like mainly what I want to look out for is I want to look out just like I want to watch the exit and make sure people and nobody's trying to get out.
Make a perception check. And you
Yeah.
know automatically, this is easy enough to guess. The Empire people are immediately heading towards the exit. They are
Okay.
always xenophobic. No matter what, the Empire is xenophobic. Even if they are trade allies with the Menagerie, they are still like, our people are more important. So they are immediately trying to recede as to not, be killed by what they assume to be assassins.
Okay. So I'm gonna see them trying to run away, and I'm gonna hold up my hand. I'm gonna go, stop! Nobody move!
You try that, as several adventurers also try that. You see a goblin standing between two arguing nobles. You know one to be Astrid, the other to be Olysia. You see the goblin trying to calm both parties, but in the end, Astrid grabs the server you saw, which is odd, as well as grabs a grayish-looking dwarf that you don't know, and casts a teleportation spell, leaving the field immediately.
Oh my god.
And that was with one conversation. You see another, the man you talked to before, with his surrounding guards. His black hair, and his great sword. He immediately draws his great sword and becomes standoffish. And you try to shout for him to stop. If anything, spurs him on to leave quicker. And he rushes out the door as fast as he can, more or less.
Okay. Well,
But yeah, they're not going to listen to you. The Empire is leaving, and the Menagerie is also trying to convince them to either not leave or that it wasn't their fault. As the Empire seems to immediately believe it is the Menagerie's fault.
Zao just looks over. Oh,
Go ahead. I've already done a lot of stuff.
okay. Zao's going to look over where all the Dwendalian people are leaving. He kind of just like shakes his head slightly as he does hate the Dwendalians because of exact reasons like this. He looks down at the dead Menagerie noble kind of close his eyes slightly as just in case if they weren't already. He stands up, looks around, tries to probably looks at the food first. He's gonna look around for any of the food, see if it was poisoned.
You begin inspecting waiters' tables, or like not tables, but serving trays. You inspect the table itself, filled with all sorts of foods. Make a investigation check.
Okay. What is my investigation? Probably not good, like always. It's +1. Better than scans, at least.
mine's pretty good. If you
Natural
want me to
20!
make it.
Natural 20.
Hey!
You, alongside a goblin, are inspecting the food together, and both fairly quickly catch on, almost at the exact same time, that the whale fat is what is poisoned. You also immediately recall that if you more than likely, if you had eaten the whale fat that server had given to you, you would have died. Just straight up. If you had taken that food, you were probably dead.
Zhao's gonna squint his eyes, and then he's like gonna immediately look around for the server. Is the server still here?
If you go back to Kotaro and ask him, he saw that Astrid had grabbed that server as well as a person you know in another life to be Oscar and teleported away.
Okay. Which Zal does that, and I'm assuming Kotaro explains this information.
Yeah, he relays the information to Zal.
Zal's immediately gonna be like, Zal's gonna immediately be super suspicious. All right.
Do you
I
have
think it
any
was the
idea
Dwindles.
do you have any idea who this? Wait, do I know her name, Trent?
Which one?
The Astrid chick.
Yeah, you can know who they are, especially if you relay the information between each other, because he knew who Ashford was after he overhearing the conversation, so you can easily gain that.
Okay. So obviously, first suspicions rest upon Astrid, and well, that was a very astute observation. That was easy to tell. But the thing is first off, why? What would the motivation be? That is my biggest question. Do you know of any important rivalries or?
Not that I know of, but I don't know. I mean, the Dwendalians by nature are pretty much assholes, so who knows? Maybe this is
Of
just
course.
what they want to start a war, and if a war happens, I guess I'm going to be leaving retirement for a while.
I could end.
None,
I could end this war with a fireball right now.
that'd only increase
Haha.
tensions. Let's see how it turns out, but I do believe it is Astrid at fault here. Because that she
Yes,
also, like you said, brought the server with her, and that server was a very rude one who was offering that same piece of whale fat.
Well, not necessarily the same piece. You just know the whale fat was what was poisoned.
Yes, but
I
you don't
knew
matter.
it
You're still
seemed
aware.
fishy. Pun intended.
Who's that?
Burn yourself again with a fireball now.
Commit fireball on yourself right now.
Do it.
Commit
Okay.
fireball.
Alright. Damn it. You didn't see anyone do anything to the whale fat, did you?
But I don't like whales, so I didn't eat it.
I'm glad that you didn't eat it, but we gotta figure this out. Okay, Zhao's just gonna is something in the building? I'm assuming he is.
Something is. He's trying to talk to every noble he can, but they're not listening. All the servers, all the servants, all of the, like, Righteous Brand or Crown's Guard that any of them brought, any of the food they brought, any of that stuff, all of it leaves with them as they are leaving. As soon as this happens, within the hour, every empire within 30 minutes, every empire person is gone. So something at that point does look a little defeated, but he's around, and he at the moment, since it hasn't been the full 30 minutes, he is attempting to salvage relations with any nobles he can.
Okay. Zhao, whenever Zhao sees something out of a conversation, he's gonna walk over. He's like, General something. I have possible information that could be helpful for what caused this.
He looks over at you. Yes, what does you have that could have caused this?
I believe a noble named Astrid, and Zhao kind of gives a vague description just in case if something doesn't know, but he assumes he does.
He nods in a knowing way. That's a hard claim. It's a hard claim.
Yes, I understand, but I saw Halos, the wizard from Nicodranus. I saw him hand a vial to her. I don't know what it was, but if we should start anywhere for questioning, we should probably question Halos.
Fair enough, I guess. Might want to do that. I could send you back to Nogodranus, but not now, not in this final time. I, I don't necessarily think it has to be them, though, because that was our whale fat. They don't have whales in the Empire. They're a nearly landlocked place, for the most part. We're the coast. We have the whales. If it was our food, it isn't us that did it, though.
General something. I know it might not have been us, but we have to understand that there's some forces at bay who probably have done something like this, who are affiliated with the Dwendalian Empire. Now, you may call me crazy for what it is, but I'm just saying the Dwindles might have had something to do with this.
Am I involved in this conversation?
You can be if you want
You
to be.
can, yeah.
Yes, I do. General, wait, is it general or like commander?
Either one. He doesn't really care. He's one of those relaxed people who are like, I'm just above you. You don't really have to even reference my thing. He would, in this scenario, not be general because there's not a war going on, so he usually goes by commander in peace.
Okay. Commander, if you'll excuse my interruption, I believe that they targeted the whale fat on purpose.
And what particular purpose would that serve?
Well, to throw some blame off of the Dwindles. Like you said, they don't have whale fat there, so obviously they couldn't prepare it with poison. And how unlikely would it be that they snuck the poison in? And of course, we know that's most likely what happened. But to everybody else, sneaking poison into whale fat in the middle of a massive room filled with people, it's unheard of.
That's to be sure. Most poisons don't work that way. It would have to have been done beforehand. There's no way they could have slipped it on, because then, yes, it would poison a piece of food. But they mixed it into the batch of whale fat. They mixed it into the whole batch.
There's two affiliations I can probably guess on what this has been. It could either be myriads trying to start another war, of course.
They would gain
or,
the upper hand. They would have freedom to run where they wanted to for a while.
and not to mention that. I'm sorry, Captain or Commander, but have you heard of what our people call the Scourgers?
Those are mostly a myth, at least as far as I'm sure about. There is powerful spies, yes, but for the most part, the organization itself has no confirmation if it exists or not.
Well, pardon me for my sudden insane babblings, and you may not believe me, but I myself have fought a scourger and have lived to tell the tale, and I believe that maybe they used the scourgers to poison the whale fat on purpose, like Kotaro said.
Well, either way, until we can gain more information, do an internal investigation, figure out what happened, who slipped by, which guard was asleep on duty. Until we do that, we can't do anything about it anyway. We can't go to war. They will crush us. We have no chance. What? He sits down in a chair nearby, taking a seat on one of the benches that are sitting inside the little area that is now mostly evacuated. What I need you to do, I have to send you out yet again. I know you don't like it. I have to. There is a shipment of weapons coming from Hupperduke. We ordered them from the Empire so that we could better hunt whales and fight off the pirates. We have troubles with the Reverie recently, and we are ordering a large shipment of finely made weapons and firearms from the Empire and Upper Duke. So we need you to at least secure those weapons, because it is hundreds and hundreds of weapons. A bulk order. If they can't get through that door, they can't get through that gate, because they won't let them. If the Empire does come, half our soldiers aren't equipped well. We'll be outnumbered and out-equipped.
Zal will, rub the back of his head as he hears some team putting him back on the front lines. Okay, but, if we were to do this, Commander, how are we going to get through the gates with a pile of weapons?
You can't. That's the thing. You will have to exit now. They will let you through. I almost guarantee it. They don't want to start a war. At least not yet, I don't think. Hopefully. They don't want to immediately start a war. They have their internal bureaucracy to go through, right? So, you guys exit now and go into the Empire. You find the shipments already out of Upper Duke. You should, if you leave today, meet it halfway. You protect it from the halfway point to the gates, and then about a day's travel before you get to the gates, veer into the Cyros Mountains. It's a dangerous trek, I understand that. But if we don't get those weapons to this gate, they could walk in, and we would have no way to defend them. We can't shoot them. They have longer range weapons. We can't out-armor or out-weapon them. We can't outnumber them. We don't have anything on them. Without these weapons, they wouldn't even... It would cost them half our number. And they are on the attacking side. That is bad odds in a siege.
Alright, so there's no chance for failure here.
If you fail, then we have to do something else to get weapons.
We need more information of guards and how to obtain the wagon. I'm assuming the dwindles are guarding the high, bulky equipment.
Say that again?
I'm assuming the Dwindolians are protecting said equipment to get from one place to another.
No, we sent our own... We sent shore wardens there to pay and purchase the equipment. It was a pre-planned negotiation, and we purchased a huge order. We have 24 wagons filled with firearms and weapons that will equip everyone on the wall and then some. And with plenty of ammo as well. It was a costly expense, but we thought it worth it. And if now they won't let the weapons through because they don't want to give us the ability to fight back, because they might want to do a war, we need the ability to fight back, and they might not want to give it to us. So we need you guys to go out there, meet them halfway. Hopefully it's still there when you get there. Protect the wagons, and go through the Cyros Mountains. It's the only way we're getting the weapons past the wall. I doubt they'll let you through the door.
Okay, we'll go through the door as soon as we plan, but getting you to the Cyros Mountains with special wagons.
It'll be hard.
We would need winter clothing. Are the wagons equipped with that? I doubt they are.
We'll give you some winter clothing before you leave.
Okay,
We'll supply that.
but just one more thing, Commander. Just in case the shore wardens don't believe that we are a part or taking command, I do think that we need a insignia of some kind.
True. I will give you my stamp. If you don't break the seal on it, they won't. They won't listen to you if you break the seal. So don't read the letter. I'm going to write a letter to them, explaining that you are here to help them back. Okay?
Got it. Kotaro, if you have anything to do, I recommend doing it now.
Well, I don't necessarily have something to do, but I do have a thought to offer. Something that might help us stay out of trouble. For it is hard to imagine, but there are some people who just enjoy the chaos of a war. Until we have more concrete evidence, we should avoid pointing fingers.
We're not pointing any fingers with this action. We are just getting what we paid for.
We are just
Indeed.
assuming possible subjects.
Well, sir, I would like to
Okay.
promise on my honor these weapons.
I wouldn't promise
What did-
anything. You could be attacked at any point in that road.
Well, if we are attacked, honor is no use for dead men. They will be protected with my life.
I would also refrain from that if I were you, but if you want to, that seems like it would be a nice thing to know. Um, Either way, we are taking one out of your troop. It will be you, pointing at Kotaro, Orion, and Zhao on this expedition. I do not believe I'm sending my wife with you. I just can't put her in danger like that.
I understand. It'd be hard to lose a loved one.
It would be sad to lose any of you as well, but you are you are soldiers. You're not as important to me personally, but also you are trusted enough that I don't think you will die, and I hope that you will succeed. I believe
Did
my
I
wife would,
hear?
if anything, be somewhat of a detriment. She isn't quite as skilled, I don't believe, and if she is, she hasn't. She's more useful for prosthetics in this scenario. We cannot afford attrition taking us out.
It's always good to have someone who can make prosthetics and perhaps be a somewhat medic.
Yes, where the Empire will not be able to fight any longer, our men will come back just as strong with the prosthetics she supplies.
Okay. If you excuse me, sir, I talk to my sister Kotaro. If you have anything to do, I'd recommend doing it. We're going to be leaving as soon as we can.
All right.
And at this point, Zal's gonna walk out of the tent or out of the party zone. And then the sudden stress kind of comes over him. Again, another chuckle starts appearing from his lips, and he's like, "If only Crudio was here." He'll continue walking until he can find his sister anywhere.
Alright, you wander around, eventually finding your sister. Your brother has long departed at this point. He didn't stay after the point where everything went wrong. He decided he would rather not be here for that part. But you eventually find her just standing around, just kind of sifting through objects and stuff. Just wandering, more or less.
Do you want me to describe her?
Yes.
Okay. So we see a pretty not frail, but kind of like average built woman. Almost the same size as Zhao. She has, unlike Zhao, she has red hair that is tied also into a ponytail like her brother's. And her outfit is more blackish, but also has like some insignia of the shore warden on it. She has freckles with bright green eyes, and that's about it. And Zal will go over to her. It's like, Vixie, I need to talk to you.
Yes. About what?
I'm going out in the field again.
Didn't you tell them you didn't want to?
I know, but things have changed. I thought a recent job was going to be my last one, and I can finally just be on the sides. But I have to leave.
Why don't you just tell them you don't want to?
It is commanded by something that I must go.
And she, at that point, shakes her head and heavy sighs. Well, how about this? I don't think that you're ready to go back out yet. So, if you believe that you are going to follow that order, you are going to prove to me that you are capable. If not,
Vic-
I won't let you go. I will make you resign before
Vixie, this is commanded by something. We don't have time to argue this. Listen,
care not who it's
I
commanded
just...
by. If you can't do it, I'm not going to let you go.
Vixie, look, I know what happened back then, and it still scars me to this day. And
Exactly.
it's even worse going into the Dwendalian Empire again. But I cannot refuse this request. You can fight me, try to change my mind, but I'm standing strong.
If I fight
I
you
was
and I
commanded-
win, I will tell something myself that you are not going. You cannot, even with your troop, you can bring your troop with you. If they cannot fight me and win, you cannot win anything with the Empire. They are 100 times stronger than I. And I am skilled, but anyone they send at you will be thrice as skilled, minimum.
Vixie, I do not want to fight you. Do not
I do
make
not
me
care
raise
what
my
you
own
want.
hand.
I care what you did not force on something. You told me that you were not going back. You told him you were not going back. If he tries to send you to go back, if you have some sort of all of a sudden inner motivation where you're going to tell me no, but not tell him no, I'm going to prove to you that you can't do it. I'm going to make you prove to me that you can do it. Otherwise, I'm not going to let you go. I'll tell something myself.
Fine. If you want to fight, Vixie, I'll get my troop, and you can see how strong we are.
Take the troop that's going with you, not the ones that you went with before. Take the ones you're going into the Empire with.
Why can't I go?
Because it doesn't make sense for you to go.
Come on. I might show up at
Is that-
some point.
Your character
If-
at
if-
this point, unless they go back to talk to you, has probably left the game right there.
Fair. Well, I might give him
Give
some
me-
items.
Give
Exactly.
me a second. I need to text Chase to see if he's like coming back because he kind of just like.
Yeah, it just straight up vanished.
I can give the team some items.
Here's all
Yeah,
of
give
my
us
health
your money,
potions,
homie.
all of my belongings, all of my
I'll
money.
give you. Honestly, I can give you 1,000 gold, a room of useful
Okay,
items.
if you're gonna give them something that is reasonable. Give them something your character would be okay parting with forever. And they probably ain't gonna be like, I'm just gonna give my life savings up, you know? It seems like it's worth it.
room of useful items, I don't ever use it.
I talked to these people for 2 months. They're my acquaintances, at best.
What is a person that makes arms gonna use with the room of useful items? I'm gonna make a window to help me make this.
You might not care about that specific item.
Yeah.
But you might need money
That's-
to make the items. So
Oh, I'm keeping my money. Screw that.
you might want health potions in case you or some ting are injured.
I already have health potions.
Exactly. You might not want to give them away, is what I'm saying.
Okay,
Oh, and I'm not giving away my infused items either.
Well, you can't.
Chase isn't responding, and I'm not gonna wait for too long. So I don't. He might have had like something gone with his phone or something. So anyway, I'm gonna just go get Kotaro and Orion, ignoring Phalith.
Phalith at this point is separated off with something. And at this point, your sister's like walking grumpily next to you with her arms folded the entire time. Just obviously displaying that she doesn't like that you're even going to go with this idea that you're going out into the Empire. Bazal approaches you with the prospect of battling his sister.
You want me to fight your sister?
It's the only way to change her mind. Just what I beg of you, don't harm her to where she can't. You know, she's not alive anymore. That's all I ask of you.
I suppose I can do that. I will warn you though, magic is hard to make. I can make it non-lethal, but I cannot make it non-scarring.
That is fine, as long as you don't kill my sister.
I don't care about scars. I have many of my own already.
Then you are about to have a few more. Ah,
So
I love a
will
good
you.
friendly battle.
Kotaro, I insist not to, underestimate my sister. She's been in the field a lot longer than I have. Uh,
Ah, it's a friendly battle. Plus, look, she's a woman. Of course I can take her.
At that point,
That
she
was-
like glares at you and just looks at you, just goes, I'm almost willing to challenge you to a 1v1 just to show you how wrong you are.
Mercy would
That's
destroy me.
comment was.
If all of you, all three, can get me to where I could probably fight for a remaining fourth of my original time, then I'll let you win.
Okay.
Take
But,
75% strength in my bones. And you're victorious.
Okay. Vixie, I would, since I'm assuming you're going to go all out, like to go all out as well.
I hope you're resistant to poison, she says, as she draws out a vial and immediately pours it on her dagger and takes you over to the training grounds.
You would poison your own brother.
Well, it's non-lethal, it'll just knock you out, so I don't see why not. They use poison as well, do they not? You just saw that whole party, didn't you?
That wasn't us. That was
No,
someone
there was
else.
poison, though. Is what I'm getting at.
There was, but I think that'd be a sensitive topic to speak to a Dwindalian about.
You're
But
not a Dwendalian.
luckily, not. Yes, I know, but luckily we all aren't. Then Zal will, like, just stare at Vixie and just, like, get ready by putting his hammer up. His cloak kind of like, just covering his entire body, just staring at Vixie.
You guys, at this point, are like outside the training grounds, and she looks over at you and just goes, "It's 3v1. Give me the courtesy of getting in there first, would you? Come in after, if you will."
Zal will look at Kotaro and Orion. Is fair, if you guys want to.
I suppose.
All right. Then, if you're going to gift her the first round, she is going to take that and gain a surprise round in which she won't attack you, more or less, is what she does.
Can I play as Chase so I can help?
Yeah, you can. He's not here, so yeah, sure.
Do you know his stats and stuff?
No, I don't. I don't. But I would like to play as him anyways.
All right. I'm just going to say at second level, I'm going to say he has 22 HP. I'm going to give him plus 6 to hit. And he is using a great sword, as far as I know.
What's his AC?
16. Nope, 17. I
Okay.
think I know that much.
You also have spellcasting and divine side.
Yeah, you're a paladin, so whatever paladin you can do.
Oh yeah, Smite. I do have Smite.
Yeah, that's pretty much all you're going to use for it. And you have lay on hands up to, I think, 10 points a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 points.
All right.
Yeah,
That's
I
all
got
you
everything
really
ready.
need to know. So at... What? Oh, I went in the wrong thing again.
And I'll give him +3 to initiative if we're gonna roll that.
Yeah, roll initiative, because I need to know what your order is.
Okay, roll initiative. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm playing as
Alright.
Chaser now.
Gonna open up an MRP.
22.
Oh, it's like a-
20.
18.
I have to roll their initiative as well. Ooh,
You still recording, Trent?
Yeah, I'm still recording.
13.
Okay. You can. Do you always have like an eye of what you can see there?
What do you
I'm
mean?
going first.
Like, can you always see that you're recording, or do you
I
not have to
have
check?
a little red dot on the bottom of my screen.
Eating, you know what you should do?
Over the OBS symbol, meaning I'm recording.
Okay.
Anything you know you should do in the first round of combat?
What? No, I'm not
Fireball.
doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
Fire.
yeah. Waste your fireball. Waste your fireball.
Please use
I
your
think it'll be funny. I
fireball.
think it'll be funny.
It would be.
I have to screen
You
share.
could
Give me a
auto-kill 'em.
second.
I think I'm going first.
All right. So, what was it again? It was. Then yeah. Okay, I got it. I just had to think for a second.
Okay, this is
It is first of
This-
the initiative order. Damien, your turn.
Amazing. So wait, Divine Slot's a plus 2d6?
No, it's a plus D8.
Oh,
I
Okay,
think
sorry.
maybe it's a plus 2D8. You have to look at it.
I
it's a
think it's
2d8. Yeah, it's 2d8. But if my sister was a fiend or undead, that goes 3d8.
I don't think she is. Okay, how far is she from me?
No idea. You saw her run around a corner and vanish.
Amazing. I'll go towards that corner and look where she went from the corner.
Okay. You begin to make your journey from the edge into the room. Your movement speed, I believe, is only 30 with this character.
Yeah.
So you move 30 foot forward, and as soon as you do move that distance forward, his sister ducks around the corner and fires her hand crossbow into your chest with a ready action.
Great.
Right. Ooh, kind of bad. 14 to hit. Misses.
Misses.
So she ducks around, fires her hand crossbow, and you now know that she is positioned right here.
I can't look at the map right now.
Oh, well, she's around a corner.
I could probably look at it.
So how far is that, Trent? Just tell me how far she is.
She is, at the moment, 30 foot away from you. If you want to get melee, 25.
Can I make it to her?
Hello?
You're out of movement.
That's what I thought.
You have an action, you could dash.
Did you say something,
I
Eden?
can action dash. Yeah, sure.
Gonna action dash?
Sure, why not? Make Chase a dead character real quick.
You charge into the room, or into the area, getting in melee with the sister. And also, mostly filling this gap. Archers could fire, but it would be hard as well. You are now in
Oh,
combat.
yeah, disadvantage.
That's the end of your turn, though.
Uh,
You can't really do anything else.
I know.
Eden, hold on. Eden, can you speak real quick?
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, we can hear you. Okay.
Alright, Eden,
All
your
right.
turn.
It's mine?
Uh,
Why wouldn't it be Sean? Sean got an 18.
I got an 18.
I thought he got higher.
Yeah.
God dang! Okay, then Sean, and then after that, Eden.
Keep an eye on the initiative order. Okay, so how far is Vixie from me? And I'm assuming Orion told where she was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you can see, especially when she fires, she reveals herself.
Okay.
From you, if you wanted to get melee, you would have to push past Damien, so pretty much impossible. But she's 60 foot for a ranged attack. You want to move forward?
I'll move forward.
30 feet forward.
Okay,
Okay.
guys.
What?
I cannot watch
gotta
that
leave?
stream.
Oh,
Can you not use Discord?
No, like, when I turn it on, when I start watching it, like, you guys turn into robots. It's my internet. It's not you guys.
Well, it should be
Oh,
fine.
okay.
As long as you know distances, I'll just describe to you what the issue would be, and if you can do something if you want to do it.
okay. Alright. I'm gonna get within 30 feet.
Right. You right now are 30 foot away. You can range attack with 30 foot of distance.
Okay, give me a second. I gotta think this real quick.
You could dash and double up next to Orion over here. If you want to get melee with your sister, you could double up next to him.
do that. Yeah, bonus. I want to action dash towards my sister, and then I'm going to bonus action rage, which Zal will like look at his hammer, see the words that he graved on it, and then just like go into a focused mode and just start running after Vixie.
She almost grins at that, seeing you run towards her. After Zal, it's down to Kotaro. What you doing, Kotaro?
Okay, get me within 60 feet of her.
You are, without even entering the arena, within 60 feet of her.
All right.
So you just want to stand on the outside of the arena?
So, yeah, sure. Am I in like? Can I cast something at her right now?
You could, but she would have 3/4 cover. You could move in, and she would only have cover.
1 second.
You still be 30 feet away from her, so
Yeah, you're still within range no matter what you do, pretty much. But right now she has 3/4 because of the weird angle and stuff in the way. But if you move in past the first wall, then it's only half cover.
Get to the half cover.
Okay, I'll go to half cover, and then I am going to cast. Mind Silver. So she has to make a intelligence saving throw.
That's a strange saving throw. Either way, I think she succeeds with a 15.
Yeah.
All right. Does it do anything after success?
1 second. It says unless the throw is successful, the target takes 2d6 psychic damage. So I don't think so.
Okay, then no, I don't think it happens.
I thought you were gonna like do a normal spell attack because your wand ignores half cover.
Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah.
That's strange.
Yeah.
I didn't even read that part.
Yeah. Wand of the War Mage, it ignores half cover and adds 1 to.
That's actually a far better weapon than I realized. That's basically spell sniper except without the distance increase. All right, but after
3/4 covers issue.
After Kotaro, it comes down to the sister. Sister here is going to look at the mounting group of people in front of her and continue grinning before stabbing Orion in the chest twice. Both of her short swords slashing out.
Kill him! Kill him!
That definitely hits, and that definitely hits. One's a 25, and the other is a 19.
Yeah.
All right, make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, yeah, I
2,
forgot the
actually.
poison. Oh, not this again.
Yeah, I like poison, and even in
So,
other characters, I like
I'll add
poison.
a +3 again, just
Sure.
the normal.
Yeah.
Trent, please tell me you nerfed the poison.
No, I just made it where it doesn't kill you and knocks you out instead.
Oh, great.
8 fails.
All right, you're probably already unconscious, to be honest.
Yeah,
7
definitely
fails.
failed. Yeah, definitely failed. And yeah, you're definitely gonna be unconscious.
Yeah, you're almost certainly unconscious here. That's kind of
Good
garbage
damage.
on the first one. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11, 13, 13 piercing.
Okay.
And I'll get my D6s out.
Oh, no.
15, 15, 21, 22, 22, 28 damage of poison.
Plus the 11.
Yeah, plus the 11.
That's 39. That is 5 away from instant killing him.
So you're unconscious.
Yep.
All right, and the other damage that was the first attack, by the way. The second attack still had poison to roll, but you're unconscious.
Yeah, don't matter.
Oh
he's
yeah, that would have
unconscious.
instant killed him. If that didn't put people unconscious, that would have instant killed his character.
Yeah, he falls down immediately, passing out from the agony of the vicious poison, forcing him into slumber, quelling his rabid wolf side back to Zaz. What's your name again?
Zao.
Zal. I got halfway through it. I'm like, what?
Okay, well, I'm just gonna attack. I can't.
Can't really do anything about it. Because you're
22.
loser. 22 hits.
Okay. 2d6 plus 6. Actually, wait a minute. I was doing a lot less damage than what I was doing. Because my weapon's a +1 weapon. I do 10 damage to her. Not great.
Woo! 10 damage! Yeah! Alright. Yeah, you guys are probably going to lose this, to be honest.
Yep. Because I don't want to reckless, because my reckless, I guarantee I'm going to be...
Oh, yeah, you're definitely going to die then. After that, comes out of Kotaro. Kotaro, you're their only hope. Because you have magic. In a 1v1 melee fight, yeah, everybody's dead. 1v3 even, I think.
Okay, guys. I legitimately, I cannot make the decision right now. Do you want me to try to damage, or do you want me to incapacitate and end the fight immediately?
In the fight.
Incapacitate, obviously.
In the fight. Don't try to.
So, would you guys
just
rather be
take her
damage
down.
her or win? Like, would you rather me
Yeah,
do some
take
damage?
her
or
down.
Well,
Well, no,
if
there's a
it's-
chance that it won't work.
I would
if
take
it's
that chance.
sleep,
I would take
if
that
it's
chance.
sleep, I don't think it'd be enough.
No, sleep.
It is
no.
not sleep.
Yeah, sleep probably.
Okay,
isn't, but I would do it.
Make a wisdom throw.
Wisdom save.
Yeah.
Ooh, you might got it this time. Yep, she has a +0, and that is a 4.
Yes. Okay. I just Tasha's hideous laughter at her, so now she is incapacitated for the next minute.
This reminds me of a fight with Oscar.
Yeah, she immediately drops to the ground, laughing hilariously. She's having the best time of her life in this fight. It's so funny. You guys are so bad. Oh my god.
Zal's just gonna like tilt his head as he's like seeing his sister laugh. He's like, "What is happening?"
At her turn comes after that. Unless you're moving. Are you moving or anything?
No.
Okay, you're probably in a good spot. She is going to make a save. Is it the end of her beginning? Is it the end or the beginning of her turn? Either way, she fails. It's a 9, so it's good. Doesn't matter.
It's the end.
Okay. She fails with a 9, and she stays laughing.
Would it matter? She doesn't have a turn.
Well, no, if it's the beginning of her turn, she has a turn. That's what I mean.
Oh yeah, if she
Yeah.
succeeds. That's true.
Down to Sean.
Yeah, because Ryan's going.
Yep. You get advantage too because she's
Yep.
prone.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit my sister
Yeah.
when she's down.
Make me up
Ding,
first.
Ding, dong, ding, dong.
Okay.
Accidentally freaking crush her skull.
Natural 20.
All right. Yeah, you hit for sure.
I hit my sister real hard. I'm a sister
Yeah.
user.
Okay.
Brotherly love. Breaks 3 ribs.
Oh, that's high damage. Okay, so 12 plus 6
18.
18.
plus 7.
Hey, whoa. 18 plus
25.
25. Yeah, what is... I'm going to look this up real quick. Okay. 43, okay. You guys aren't that close to technically beating her, because her challenge was take 75% of my health, basically. You're not that far off, but you're also not that close. You need another, at least 1 or 2 of those hits. At least 1 more hit
Yeah.
of that. After... Because I'm assuming you're not doing anything else, right?
Make me up.
Oh, your
No, I
rage
don't really
fades
have-
if you were raging. Oh, wait, no,
Why?
it doesn't, because you took you hit. Yeah, I forgot. Sorry.
I hit.
Either way, back down to Eden. What you doing, Kotaro?
Make an intelligence save.
Oh, when she takes damage, she makes a wisdom save, by the way. Fails
Mhm.
anyway. Intelligence save.
Okay, that's
Make
2d6
sure that
psychic.
this isn't okay. It's not concentration. You're good. Either way, that's a 13. Does a 13 pass?
Uh, okay, how do you guys do it? Do you do right on
If it
is
meets or
is
succeeds, it
pass?
passes. Meets or succeeds.
Okay. Yeah, then it passes.
Okay, then nothing happens.
What were you trying to cast?
Mind sliver.
Mine silver.
Man, I know that's a really good one too.
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
sucks if you have to make a save and they keep beating it. At low levels, your saves are garbage.
Yeah, yeah, mine's really bad. That's why I wasn't sure whether I should like incapacitate her or just start doing damage.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start doing damage.
All right,
Okay.
after that, it comes down to your sister's turn with a solid 3. Down to what's your name over here, Zal?
Sal, how do you, dude? I have the most easiest name to remember. Can't remember.
No, not that. William is the most easiest
Okay.
name to remember.
Hey,
It's a
What?
15 hit.
no, Danny.
Trent?
Danny was way easier.
Yeah, Danny was way easier. 15 grazes.
Mm. I critted and then do. Okay, so 7 damage.
Wait, did
total.
you roll with advantage, Sean?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Okay.
How much damage?
Yikes.
7 total damage.
7.
7 already halved?
Actually, doesn't matter. I had already advantage. There's no point to reckless.
Was it 7 after halving or 7 before halving?
Yeah,
Yeah,
7
it's
already
14,
halved.
half to 7.
All right. She takes the hit and keeps giggling, but she rolls a wisdom save because of it. With a solid 10, she fails. This sucks, man. After that, it goes down to Kotaro again, I believe, right?
She's just laughing maniacally. It's Kodoria.
Yeah, Kotaro. Yeah, she
Um,
thinks this is hilarious. You guys suck, apparently. She ain't even
We
feel
suck,
anything.
but even though I hit her so good.
No, she don't care.
Okay. Can you position me 15 feet away?
15 feet away from her?
Yes, but make sure that Zal is not in my way.
That's gonna be hard.
Hey,
It's actually gonna be pretty much impossible.
Is it?
Yeah, you would have to go all the way around to a window or something because they're in the only entranceway.
Okay.
So do you want to go back to your original position before moving?
Yeah, I'll just do that.
What?
What?
One of my okay, you know how you can make spells and reroll?
Mhm.
Well, I had to copy a spell thing down because it didn't have the spell on the list, and I put the damage as takes 1 beep in piercing damage.
One.
I don't know what that means.
What?
Once
What?
I'm gonna
What is
I'm
the
gonna have to
spell?
look this up. It's ice knife.
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. It's some weird stuff. Remember, ice knife explodes,
Yeah, so you will be affecting me too.
Crap.
and your unconscious ally, which you will actually be giving him death saves that he does not necessarily need.
Okay, so I'm
Do you
just
want
gonna
to kill
cast
Chase's
magic
character?
missile, bro. I'm casting magic missile, bro.
Okay, that works.
That's safe.
Roll
That's
3d4 plus 3. Thing is, if she makes 3
Yo,
wisdom saves,
y'all is
because of it,
stressing me out, bro.
so now that she gets 3 separate wisdom saves,
You don't roll the attacks.
I know. Oh well, you're talking to him.
Oh wait, did
He
you roll the
didn't roll.
attacks?
That was damage.
Oh.
He did 13
That was
damage.
damage. So 13 damage. Okay.
God dang. Okay,
There's
there
no
we
way
go.
she doesn't succeed.
17. There she. At the end, she succeeds. 3 out of 3, she succeeds. So now she succeeds with how much damage?
13.
13.
13.
13. You're close to knocking her out of and winning the challenge. After your turn, she passed because of your magic missile. So on her turn, she manages to stand up.
Mm-hmm.
She uses half her movement to do so, but is now fine. She then draws out her swords again and stabs once at first at Zal. That works. 19?
That hits.
All right.
Sean, what's your AC? What's your AC?
17.
I'm gonna cast shield on Sean.
Can't do that.
It's only on yourself.
Why
Target
not?
self.
Oh crap! I'm sorry, bro.
It's okay.
9
Give me a second.
piercing damage, which you have
That's halved.
to 4.
4.
Oh, it is. Oh.
3, 7, 7, 8.
Oh,
Don't I make a con save?
Yeah, make a con save.
oh no.
Nobody can go dead right here.
17.
You pass. Uh, 25 half is what? 12? 12 poison damage. And that's the first strike.
Okay.
So
Zal-
4
Zal-
plus 12 is what you took. in total.
Zal shrugs off the hit. He feels the poison coursing through his blood. He kind of feels sleepy for a bit, but then just wakes up, shaking his head, staring at Vixie
How
with
hurt
his
do you
hammer.
look?
I look very tired.
Yeah, she just grins all the more, and she stabs you again, shaking your head and almost giggling that she's gonna obviously vest you. In her mind, at least. 18. Does that hit?
That hits. So I'm guessing I'm probably gonna go down.
Probably.
Unless he rolls super low.
Make a
which
con
I doubt
save
she
first
can.
off. You
Yeah.
take 6 piercing, half to 3. and then your
Okay,
con save.
I saved my con save.
Okay. So 8. Ooh. 17.
If the number's already above 14, Zal just goes.
Yep, you're unconscious. You're unconscious. Though. He also
And that's-
falls unconscious.
No.
Me. And the sister then, after stabbing twice, steps back so you can no longer see her. And she's going to use her bonus action. Actually, she can't do that, I don't think. Nope. For some reason, assassins don't have that. Either way, that's the end of her turn. Down to Eden.
Okay. Now I can't see her.
Nope.
Okay, where did she step at? I'm looking at the stream. Where did she step behind?
She stepped behind the wall because she was in a broken building and was using a broken wall to give her half cover and was fighting these two in the choke point. And now that they're down, she steps back out of the choke point, walking backwards so that you can't see her from where you're positioned. Using the wall to fully cover her, more or less.
So, guys, do you think there's any way I could fit a fireball in there?
Yeah, you probably honestly could. It would just probably hurt them a little bit.
Well, that's 5d6, so
But do you want to
that will
waste your
kill them if it
fireball
hits them.
spell?
I don't know, dog.
That's a free.
I'm
that's
not going
a
over
free
there.
known spell.
I probably wouldn't use it because I don't think either way. I don't think Zal's going to be leaving because his sister said so.
Nah, Zal is gonna get freaking bullied by his sister.
So don't waste that.
Okay.
Anyways, Zal goes back to
How many feet away from me is she?
Right now she is 40 foot away if you want to do a ranged attack, but she is entirely full covered. And you can't see her to target her.
Doesn't matter.
Most spells it does, unless it's an area of effect.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Wint. Okay. Okay, I'm casting sleep, bro.
So you run forward and cast sleep.
It's a point. It has a range of 90 feet, and wherever I choose, it goes out in 20 feet in every direction.
Oh, you don't even have to move forward then.
Nope.
Okay.
So how many?
So you just pick a point and choose. It's gonna be hard to get that probably, but you could do it.
How
I'm
much to
scared to
sleep? Like
look back
5
at the
days?
stream because it might crash my phone. So is there a way I can do it?
You can do it. What I mean is you might be not succeeding because you might have too much health for it. But go ahead
Well,
and
we're
roll
about to
your
find out, I guess.
shit.
21.
21. You
Dude,
hear her.
that's so bad for 5d8.
Yeah, you hear her almost swoon, but catch herself. She has 23 current HP.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, not
You're
again!
2 off. It's not 7, but it's 2.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm out of spell slots.
Are you going to move back behind the wall so she can't see you?
Yeah.
Okay. You move back, spending 10 foot of your movement to cover yourself fully. And you hear that on her turn, you don't really hear anything but running because you can't see anything anymore. And you can't even see on your phone, so that's fair enough. And she is going to run around. You hear footfalls and stuff, and she hides on her turn.
Okay.
What's your passive perception for me? It doesn't matter. It's way over 20.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
she's
no.
gone from the battlefield. You don't know where she went. It's your turn. What are you doing?
Is there a way I can finagle this?
I mean, if you step somewhere where there's no way she could be hiding from you, like there's nothing in between your path and her, you automatically see her.
Okay.
But that would probably...
Yeah, but if she has her
expose
action ready to like shoot me in the forehead with her bow, then that's gonna suck.
you know that she isn't skilled. You know she's skilled enough to do that.
Uh,
Otherwise, she would be hiding
Trent.
from you all the time.
Am I next to the
think
door?
Do what, Sean?
I think we might have completed the challenge, didn't we not? Because
18 is half, and she's at 23. Not half. 18
Okay,
is
'cause-
a fourth, and she's at 23. You need like a little
70
bit more damage.
Because it says like 58.5 damage is like 75% of 78.
75 divided by 4 is 18, and right now she has 23
Okay.
HP.
You.
So what are you doing again?
I am going to ready my action to cast Firebolt. If she comes anywhere near me, I'm going to cast Firebolt.
Okay, so basically if you see her. I'm assuming you're stepping
Yeah.
out from behind your cover so that you can see her better?
Yes.
Okay, you step out looking over the battlefield, readying Firebolt for if she reveals herself. Her not wanting to lose the challenge, obviously. She doesn't do anything that you can see.
Okay.
Back on your turn, your firebolt fades, and now it's your turn normally.
Okay. So I'm going to. Can I get out the door?
You're just gonna run away?
Yeah, I'm gonna get out the door.
Okay, you step back out of the field using 15 foot of your movement. You're now on the edge
put
of the
me-
field.
Put me in full cover.
There isn't any real full cover around this place. This is a training area.
Is there any cover at all?
You can hide behind the fence that surrounds the little training pit you're using.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, you duck behind the fence. That's 20 or 15 foot of your movement. Nope, 20, sorry. 20 foot of your movement, and now you have half cover.
All right, and now I'm just gonna ready Fireball again. I'm gonna be a baby.
Okay. You can't see her from that angle. And she thinks she knows where you went. You don't see her again. Since you can't see the battlefield, I can actually just keep her here. But you can't see her again. You don't know where she is again.
Trash Monkey left.
He rage quit.
No, back.
Yeah. I left the stream on and it like destroyed everything.
Yeah, you don't know where she is. She still didn't reveal herself, and all you hear is shuffling from over this general direction.
Oh god. Shuffling from where?
Just in the field. You know that
In the
she's moving, but
field?
you don't know where because you're over here. Back on your turn, your firebolt fades again, and it's just your turn normally.
Okay, move me. I want to rotate the outside perimeter of the fence. I want to move as far as I can go without action dashing, and then ready my fireball.
Okay, you move as far as you can go without
You're
action
gonna do
dash.
Firebolt,
fireball?
not fireball,
Bolt,
not fireball,
bolt.
firebolt.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
You still can't see her after your 30 foot of movement, and I'm assuming you end your you have to end your turn there. On her turn, at this point, you do finally get a glance at her. She has half cover from you, but you do get the first shot as your action is readied.
And he also ignores it.
Yes, that is true, but she doesn't know that. So go ahead and take your shot, as she literally can't do anything against this strategy without taking damage, or at least attempting closely to take damage. She has to pray that you don't do enough to lose the challenge.
Oh. Okay. Uh.
Hey guys, guess what happened?
You crashed again?
It happened to get it.
I can't open the stream anymore.
Actually,
I'm
no, you
sorry.
don't see her. Sorry, you don't get to attack. You don't get to attack because she's still hidden.
I don't. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna continue. Keep riding me around that
Oh
perimeter.
wait, no,
and then ready
sorry,
my
I'm
fireball.
retarded again. The reason you get to attack first is because she tries to attack you. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Oh, oh.
Well, you have a +1, remember, and you ignore.
Yeah, and so that makes a +6.
What's your intelligence?
It's my bonus is a +3, but with my proficiency and everything else,
I was making
it's
sure you
a
didn't have a higher
+6.
intelligence than that.
Nah. Okay. 1d10.
You have to roll to hit first.
Oh yeah. Whoops. Please, please, please. Oh,
What'd you get?
Uh
I rolled a 9.
You miss. You fire out, seeing her for the first time in a good portion of time, and the firebolt skids against the stone wall. Unyielding, it stays in place against your meager fire. And her crossbow quarrel comes flying out at you. I think that you likely have a solid chance of surviving this, to be fair. Let me see.
I will definitely survive.
14.
Nope.
Nope. The crossbow quarrel finds its way sneaking between your metal plates ingrained to your skin. And you're almost certainly unconscious.
No, it didn't hit.
Oh, what's your AC?
14 doesn't hit. 18.
How?
Because of a Heroes Chronicle thing. It gave me proficiency in light and medium armor and shields and all martial weapons.
Oh, and you're a blade
Yeah.
singer. Why aren't you using your blade song?
No, I'm a war caster,
Oh, I
or
thought
not
you
war
meant
caster,
blade
war
singer.
mage.
Yeah. Okay.
Nah.
So
Ha.
you have 18 AC. You have what's your armor? What's your armor? What armor are you using? Hello.
I can't remember. One
No.
sec. I think I have it in my reroll.
Oh, either way, she has advantage because she's stealthed. So I have to roll again to see if that still hits with a 14 or not.
All right.
Just gotta keep it.
It's scale mail.
Nope. Either way, 14 twice. I got 2 14s.
Dang, bro.
So she misses, you miss, and you're both in a standoff now. At her turn, she moves back against the wall. Actually, no, she doesn't. She's going to move and gain 3/4 cover by hiding between some pillars. It is now your turn.
Is there any way I can remove that 3/4 cover?
The best option would be rotate around. But you are not quite fast enough, I don't believe. No, she's still going to have 3/4 no matter what you do here. If I can think about. No, she'll only have half, so you're still good. Because you managed to move enough to move those pillars out of the way for the most part.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll say that's half.
What should I do? I am out of spell
You
slots.
just gotta try to hit her again, man. Just use another firebolt.
Yeah, that's like the best option you got.
No, she keeps rolling like a beast, so I'm not giving her a saving throw.
I mean, not really.
I guess
I
I'm
mean,
gonna.
she got down for 3 rounds.
Yeah. Yeah, because if I mind silver her, that's 2d6.
That would be almost certainly enough to be victorious. But you have to. She has to fail.
Okay, make an intelligence roll, please. Fail.
Okay. She has a +1 on the intelligence.
Guys, I'm like peeing right now.
Ooh, an 11 fails.
Oh,
So 2d6
we did
damage.
it. We did it. We did it. There's no way we can lose.
If he rolls 2 1s, let me count. 18, 19,
Eden.
20,
Three.
21 to 23.
Three exactly. Three exactly.
How much damage you do?
3.
Is that with 2d6?
Yep.
Sean, I don't know what you're cheering for. She has 23 HP.
So I need 2 more. I just
You
need 2 more.
2 more HP, yeah. You're over here like, we did it! No, like, she has
We did
23
it.
HP.
We did it.
You
Como
need 2
dositas.
more to win.
No, we did it. No, we did it. Screw you. We did it.
Yeah, is that your turn? I mean, that's your movement. That's your action. That's your turn.
Yep.
On her turn, she runs around to mitigate all cover. That way she can only have... Oh, she's going to have half cover either way, though. She's going to run here, then. She's going to run 10 foot down, fire at you with a light crossbow yet again. This crossbow really ain't working out for her. Ooh.
What is it?
Natural 20.
Natural 20? Ah, okay.
You're down. There's no hope. There's literally... I'll roll it, but there's no way you're going to live.
Alright, roll
Either
it.
way, the first... It's even the first one's 15. That's just piercing. That's just 15 piercing.
Oh, yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, you don't even have to take the poison damage. The poison didn't even come into that. You just... immediately.
Yeah.
So you almost beat the challenge. And if you had... You would have been far stronger than I could have ever imagined.
This
is
a challenge.
This is a challenge rating 5.
5?
And we just took that on as 2?
Do what?
We took that on as level 2 players?
Oh, no, the challenge rating's 8. Sorry.
Yes.
You guys took that out as challenge rating 2, and you got her within 20 HP of death. And that's without her surprising you. That's not with her, like, jumping... Like, that's not with her, like, are you guys surprising her at all. This is just you guys shot her straight up.
So technically, we're strong enough.
Yeah, and eventually you guys wake up as she, like, sourly walks over towards the exit and, like, looks at Kotaro. And she says, just so you know, I could still beat you right now. The only reason that I lost that challenge in the first place is it was a 3v1.
Yep, and you're not very wise.
Yes, tricksters, the worst kind of people. And she, like, spits at your feet because she doesn't like you. And she, like, paces away and waits for the other
Tricksters
people
are
to wake
cowards.
up.
You're the one that ran first. Oh, sorry.
You just shout that out, and she, like, shakes her head. She's ignoring you. She don't care. She is mad at you. She really wanted to beat you. If anything, she should have tried to beat you first. But you guys eventually awaken and managed to join her and
They're
Kotaro
lovers.
at the side of the training area.
Zal is going to go after Vixie for a bit, like tap her on the shoulder for a bit. Well, I don't think we won the challenge, but you have to admit we did pretty well, especially for an old timer like me.
Yeah, I mean, anything that sent you is twice as strong as I. But if you get the drop on them, you should still be fine. Or at least able to escape. With that performance, I cannot, in good faith, hold you back. I know that you can fight far above what you are expected to fight. I kind of have to let you go. I don't really have the choice anyway. I really would have given a talking to if you guys did terribly. Just don't be stupid. If you see someone that you think you can't beat, leave. There are sacrifices to be made in war. If it's supplies or people, that is understandable. You need to live to fight another day.
I don't want a repeat of what happened that day. If there is a chance that I can protect people, I'm going to take it.
Protect people for all you're worth, yes. But if it is one civilian's life, which if you die anyway will be taken, when you could save 100 civilians down the road. Save the 100. Looks over at Kotaro. Even you.
Wait, what'd she say?
She just says, even you, while glaring at you. Don't
She
harm
told you-
bystanders willingly, but don't leave 100 more to die because you weren't there.
Wise words. Coming from an unwise person.
She reaches for her crossbow and almost pulls it out of her sleeve.
Zal puts it down. It's not worth it. Just look. I mean, I handled your poison pretty well, and not many can do that, right? I feel like if
I
anything,
stabbed you
poisonous is
once.
going to come back one.
I stabbed you once.
You did, but
You would have
It
died if that
didn't
was my
take-
real poison.
I know. But I still took it. Any normal
And
person
she
that would have taken out.
rubs her head and just goes, yes, technically you did, but not really.
Come on, you know I used to be as good as you back in the day, so at least give me
You used to
some
be better
compliment
than
for
me back
getting...
in the day. You've really gotten rusty.
I mean, what do you think working at a forge does all day?
I would hope make your arm stronger than that. You beat me on the ground. And you
mean,
literally
I'm-
still didn't win. You hit me 3 times while I was wallowing in the dirt. At this point, you notice that the good-natured ribbing is back in her voice, not the saltiness that she was showing towards Kotaro.
Still, though, I believe we did well for a rusty person. Alright, now, go on ahead. Rest up those wounds, because I know I did hit you pretty hard at one point.
Several times. Go talk to something and just tell him that you don't want the most dangerous missions he can throw at you just because you can. Take them. That's all I ask. Don't willingly put yourself in a suicidal situation because you're listening to him.
I don't think I'm capable of doing that, sis.
Shakes her head.
I used to be one of I used to be one of the best shore wardens here. I can gain that back. I just need time.
Then tell him to give you time and not put you in a risky situation too early.
Vixie,
or one that you can't
we
really
don't have
fix.
Vixie, we don't have time for that for me to get my proper strength. The Menadri and Dwendalian Empire are probably on close to a war. They're going to need me, rusty or not.
People gonna need you more than dying would be when you're first starting out. And she looks almost disappointed and starts beginning to try and wander away slightly as she's like, man, this kid really want to die.
Zal will just look at Vixie walking away and it's like, I know you're worried about me, but I should be fine.
She
And
just
Zal
echoes
will,
back,
walk
should
back.
be, as she walks away.
And then Zal will go over to back to Sun Ting's tent.
And as you head back to Sun Ting's tent, knowing what lies ahead the next morning, you are going to leave to hunt for a wagon full of very vital supplies. You enter the tent and smell the heavy perfume that Sun Ting wears surrounding the commander's tent, as at the moment he seems to be worried that he smells terribly, and you can see that he is sweating profusely as he is stressed out about all of this scenario happening. So he just continuously, even as you walk in, is spraying more perfume on himself, trying to smell reasonably good still. But it almost makes your eyes water as you enter with how strong it is. And with that smell, this mission is completed. And you guys are going to have to wait till next time for the next one. That's going to be where we end the session.
Perfect. 4 hours.